Make sure fans, we're live. CelticsLive.com. Real Sports. We're live from the Bill Dynasty Center in Laredo, Texas. Freddie and Joe Vela is here. Play-off game. Laredo, Texas. Friday Activity Center, November 25th. We're into town 11-9 as Eagles. As we have Real Sports Live guests from Joe, Sarah, how you doing today?
Good. Hey, doing great. Excited to be here. Two games on a perfect day for football. And just
thank you very much. It's brought to you by Orlando Rodriguez. He has a tool of multi-talented receivers in Norby Zavala, Jose Riojas, Ray Mendoza, and Albert Guevara. Of course, the O-line, which is the unsung heroes, always Tito Villarreal, Jose Laguna, Alex Martinez, Ray Galindo, and Jorge Guardado have their hands full with the aggressive Sabercat defense on the front line. So they will need to dominate in the trenches as we want to thank Conrado Perez from EaglePassSportsCentral.com for your best and only sports coverage in Eagle Pass. Go to www.eaglepassportscentral.com, and we got the Sabercats coming out. As we have Joe Bowling join us again. RealSportsLive.com is was trying to get everything taken care of on his end for him to broadcast on that site. So we're good to go.
And indeed, we're good to go, Freddie. Again, we've been getting things going back and forth. You get internet, and then all of a sudden you realize that people are going to start logging in. So we had to go to our own internet. So welcome to the broadcast here as we are simulcasting. I'm Joe Bowling, Freddie Heredia, and RealSportsLive.com and
Mixer.com, South Texas Sports Talk.
And as we are bringing you the coverage as best as we think we can put it together. We've got one familiar with one team, another familiar with the other team, and we're both in love with broadcasting sports. So here we go.
Exactly. We had, of course, number 7 and number 10, the captains, Nathan Garcia, and number 7 for Vela, as they were in the coin toss, Enriquez. And for Eagle Pass, of course, it was the slew of their seniors. Jose Riojas, Mario Torres, Sebastián Hernandez, Norby Zavala, and host, as all of those guys were the captains for the Eagles. And as we move forward with this, the defense for the Eagles is gonna bring some pretty good pressure on Garcia. I don't know if he's seen this type of pressure from any of the Valley teams down there, but we got our two DNs. One's a junior and one's a senior. Mario Torres, number 32, and number 44, Moy Rocha, who had a pick 6 last week against Mac High and took it to the house for 40 yards. So, I don't think he's seen the type of pressure. Of course, the man in the middle, Manny Rodriguez and Sebastián Hernandez.
And I think that's going to be a critical factor for Eagle Pass and the Eagles to maintain control of this football game using that defensive pressure. Contain the quarterback in the pocket is going to be first and foremost. And then if you can stop the running game and turn them into a one-dimensional team, well, then you can pin your ears back and come after them. And I think that's going to be critical defensively. And I think they've got the guys that can do that, which is what Vela's been preparing for all week, is how do we stop this defensive pressure?
Of course, we gotta say that if it becomes a field goal galore, I mean, they have a guy and a place kicker in Austin Garza who kicked that 54 game winner last week against Brownsville Hannah. And as we saw video on Twitter, we saw video on Facebook, we saw video everywhere. I mean, it had a good 8 yards more after it went through the uprights.
He could have hit that from 62 yards exactly on that given night. Now that was one that was back and forth because Hannah had an opportunity to kick a field goal before that would have made that field goal irrelevant. They would have had to score a touchdown. Exactly. And but Hannah just came up short. And I want to give a shout out to the Hannah Golden Eagles at the start of the season. I was telling everyone over there, you better watch this. That they just got Coach Madakeen in there to run that offense, and he was telling me how excited he was for that young group. National anthem. Should we take a break?
Yes, we'll take a break and we'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
We are the UIL.
From the coaches
to the players,
to the educators.
We've been in your shoes.
Extracurricular activities are essential to the development of our youth.
From proposed rule changes
to the relaxation of transfer rules, we keep it fair.
New academic contests, we hear you loud and clear.
New events are music to our ears. We just added film. That's a wrap.
Educational activities help young people become productive citizens.
From staph infections to steroid use,
to cardiac and concussions.
Health and safety is a priority.
Heat, heart, and health history.
From heat-related illness to head injuries to heart-related issues to the medical history of students.
Your well-being is our priority because we are the UIL.
We are the UIL.
We are the UIL.
We are the UIL.
We're back live on MakeSure.com as we had our playing of our national anthem on this beautiful Friday afternoon. Don't forget that we're also going to be live this evening as we're going to be hosting or broadcasting another game from the Student Activity Center at 7:30. It'll be the Alexander Bulldogs who surprisingly came back and kind of got themselves into the mix of things in District 29 6A late in the season and were able to get into the playoffs and winning last week. So as the Eagle Pass Eagles are coming in to the game, and they are coming out of the tunnel, and they're on the visiting side, so they're on the other side of the stadium here at the Student Activity Center, and the SaberCats are the home team today as they're coming in. So we want to thank everybody who's logged on and tuned in. We want to thank Mr. Conrado Perez, Eagle Pass Sports Central, for giving us the tidbits and the notes for the game as we're live on MakeSure.com, Celtic Sports Talk area round. So what's your take today?
I think we're going to see a lot of points. I think we're going to see a lot of points, and I'm not so certain that we may not see one come down to as nail-biting as last week for the Vela SaberCats, said that who's got the football last, and I mean to the last second with a chance to score, and that may decide the winner here. If Eagle Pass's offense can come out here and move the ball, mixing it up, running and passing, I think they're going to have some opportunities to put points on the board. I think Vela, if they can overcome the pressure up front defensively and open this thing up, we could have a lot of points to be talking about as this one goes on.
Now, with the SaberCats, they're used to scoring 40, 50 points a game. Now, last week in that game against against Hannah, they were able to only score 34 points. So I don't know what it does to the psyche. You've been blowing out these teams in your district and in non-district, and then coming to the playoffs, it's a different story.
It is a different story, and I was going to say that when you were talking about the Eagle Pass defense, that any level of football, especially when you start ramping up into playoffs, you start talking more and more about what? Defense and special teams. And so therefore, if you have a strong defense, then you're in better shape than you are with a team that's used to just outscoring points. We're going to take this thing off, my friends, and here we go with a kickoff. SaberCats will kick it off deep, and it's going to go into the end zone. And so the Eagles will take it over 1st and 10. And what can we expect right out of the gate, Freddie, on the offensive possession?
Well, on the offensive possession for the Eagle Pass Eagles, they have an open set with, of course, Richie Luna, a 2,000-yard thrower, and they have a 1,500-yard rusher in DeAndre Torres, a senior who got accepted to Alvin Junior College. So he signed his letter of intent last week in that playoff. But they have a 3 receiver set to the near side, one of the far side, shotgun formation for Luna. So we might see a run here.
He takes the ball and takes a snap, and it is a running play right side, hitting off a man and running through everyone down to the 40-yard line. One man to beat on the sideline to the midfield stripe, into Vela territory to the 45-yard line. Huge carry on 1st down. No flags. Chains will move in a hurry.
So again, as I talked about with the senior DeAndre Torres, he has a chip on his shoulder. Seeing the playoffs on the 1st and 10 from the 20 and 1st down as he took it into Vela territory at the 41-yard line.
36-yard gain and a quick snap on 1st down again. Runs this time to left tackle, got to the 40-yard line, which is good enough for about a 1-yard gain. But how about that first play?
That first play was a read option as he gave it to Torres and went up the middle, broke a couple of tackles, and got to the outside.
Luna and company with their first possession of the ball game. 3 receivers right side, single receiver left side on second down after a 2-yard gain. Looks to throw, fires it deep down the left-hand side, and it's going to be overthrown, incomplete. Penalty flag as well on the play.
There's flags on the play. Not sure if the jitters of this area playoff, and actually it was on Vela.
So there'll be an encroachment penalty, so a 5-yard penalty against the SaberCats. Will move the ball a little further down. It was 2nd and long, would have been 3rd and long after that incomplete pass, but I think they just took a long shot there. They realized the defense had jumped on that play.
And Luna took a shot because it was a free play. He knew it was his free play, so it's 2nd and 3rd for the Eagles in SaberCat territory.
Shotgun formation, single back in the backfield for Luna, takes it, hands it off, and tripped up at the line of scrimmage is Torres. That's going to be short of a first down. 3rd and short coming up, though.
That was number 59 for the SaberCats in on the tackle. That's A. Cementero, and we talked about the D-line for the SaberCats as they are aggressive, so they hit those gaps real quick.
The one thing about the SaberCat defense is they get to practice against this offense every week, so they're used to seeing some firepower on the other side of the field. 3 receivers set to the right-hand side on 3rd and 1 with 10:55 to go in the first quarter. Running play Torres got a first down inside the Vela 30 to the 28. It's a 3-yard gain, but more importantly, another first down.
It's an Eagle first down, and they keep moving the chains, and that's what the Eagles want to do. They want to play smash mouth football. They're a 50-50, offense. As far as throw and run, if they're going to get you, they're going to get you in the middle.
Right now, they're moving on this first possession of the game for either team, and they want to throw. Rolling out to the left-hand side. Luna now going to tuck it under and has some room down the sideline. Steps out of bounds inside the 20. In the red zone are the Eagles. Another first down coming up.
And that right there for Richie Luna, who's a junior quarterback, he's growing into that. If he doesn't see a receiver open, he will take it and tuck it in and will take whatever the defense gives him.
They'll call it an 8-yard gain. He stepped out right at the 20. I think the official could have given him a better spot then. And there's a good run that time by the receiver on the sweep.
Now, with this jet sweep, the senior Riojas is Mr. Everything because he kicks field goals. He's the punt returner and the kickoff returner. So on that jet sweep was good for 8 yards.
Good enough for the gain, and it's 2nd down and short. Eagles have had a lot of those on this first drive. This time from the 10, they'll look to the sideline before the next play. Clock running with 9:26 to go here in the first quarter. Scoreless ball game, but right now it's Eagle pass banging on the door deep in the red zone, trying to put the first points on the board. Fake the handoff to the receiver on the screen and nothing doing on the carry by Torres. He had been gaining nearly 10 yards a carry, but this time he gains maybe 1 or none.
And again, that was Cementerio in for the Vela SaberCats. The defensive end on that side, on the right side, on the right side of the field is Eagle Pass is on their white uniforms with orange piping, and the Vela SaberCats are with their blue uniforms and black helmets with black and blue trim.
Not much further to protect here for the SaberCats of Edinburg Vela. DeAndre Torres, by the way, 5 carries, 42 yards, averaging 8.4 yards per carry. Wanting to throw is Luna. Looking in the end zone, overthrows his man. Incomplete pass. Decision time for the Eagles on now 4th and 3.
So 4th and 3. They tried to go with a slant to Ray Mendoza, their big receiver, 6'2", a two-sport star. He also plays baseball for Eagle Pass High. And that one's just a bit high on that slant. He did get position on the inside, but too tall for him as they are going to bring out Jose Riojas. And the ball is set at the 11. So it looks like it's going to be a 28-yard field goal here for Riojas.
Good snap, ball down, kick up long, high, and it is good. Eagle Pass on the first possession of this ball game has the first points. 3-0. We'll take a break with 8:28 to go in the first quarter. 3-0 Eagles.
We'll be back with more after this.
The University Interscholastic League would like to thank its corporate sponsors. Without the generous support of these sponsors, many UIL activities would not be possible. The UIL gives special thanks to the Army National Guard, Baden, Balfour, Baylor Scott and White, Dairy Max, Dairy Queen, Ford, Fox Sports Southwest, Gatorade, Hellas Construction, Max Preps, the NFHS Network, Nike, Register My Athlete, Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, and Tick-A-Tap Ticketing. These generous corporate sponsors support the UIL in all its activities, music, academics, and athletics. The UIL appreciates these sponsors and their participation in all that the UIL does in Texas extracurricular activities. On behalf of the UIL and its corporate sponsors, thank you for supporting UIL activities in your community, and thank you for listening to
Kickoff was points for the Eagles. Now they're returning kickoff, and here come the SaberCats with a big return across the 45 midfield stripe and into Eagle territory. And right back at you, here come the SaberCats starting a drive in good shape, trailing 3-0.
So that was a nice run back by number 3. It looks like it was the return guy. So they're in Eagle Pass territory so quick. 9-play drive for the Eagles as they opened the game, and they score on that 28-yard field goal by Jose Riojas to get a 3-0 lead.
And they did that mostly on the ground, 57 yards on the ground unofficially in that first drive. SaberCats with the first possession of the ball game, and Nathan Garcia wants to throw. Looking for the deep ball down the right sidelines. Got a man, incomplete pass. Nice coverage downfield on recovering deep in the secondary.
That was number 31, Joshua Monsivais. He's a junior defensive back. He actually came into the starting position after Eric Heredia, number 3, went down, and a couple of other DBs going down early in the season.
SaberCats looking for the fireworks on first down. Incomplete pass brings up 2nd and long. This drive start of the Eagle 47-yard line. Hit over on the right side. That's completed inside the 40-yard line. That's enough for a first down. Down to the 35-yard line. Good strong running after the catch for the SaberCats. They'll move the chains.
And they get that quick pass, the slant, again, picking on that number 31 on that side. So they are rolling here. They're at the 35-yard line.
Justin Cantu on the catch, 12 yards on the catch and carry, and now it's a first down. They want to throw again. Out to the right side again to Cantu. Got a block, sidesteps a man, but the recovery is great this time by the Eagles. No gain on the completed pass.
And number 23 and number 5 in Nico Moyeda. Number 23 is Monsivais, Armando Monsivais, the outside linebacker, as they recovered quickly on that one. And they're getting SaberCats in the 2nd and long situation. 3
plays, 3 pass attempts. Again, you're listening live here to high school football coverage on multiple platforms, my friends, on 2nd down. They want to throw again. Right side pass, that's incomplete. Off the fingertips of Cantu. 3rd down coming up.
So Justin Cantu, they've been targeting him. The 4 plays that they've had, we know who his favorite target is.
At least right now on this drive. It's all right side. It's all Cantu. 3rd down play coming up for the Edinburg Vela SaberCats. There's 7:26 to go here in this first quarter of play on this first drive of the SaberCats, and there's motion, and that should be a penalty against the SaberCats.
As there was movement on the right side, I believe the lineman was eager to get off his stance and get back because the Eagle Pass Eagles defense, the front 4, is giving time for Garcia. So he stepped in that first throw. He stepped into the pocket.
Penalties the 2nd of the game against the SaberCats. They face 3rd down, and they have to get just to the 25-yard line for a first down. Garcia pump fake. Now he rifles one right sideline. Incomplete.
And incomplete. He got hit by number 7 as he threw. And Cantu got hit also as he was on that far end sideline. So brings a 4th down. The ball at the 41-yard line for the SaberCats. They're in Eagle Pass territory. Looks like Coach Campbell will send out the punt team with 7:20 left, 4 and 15. And the Eagles take a 3-0 lead. We're live on Mixer.com, Celtic Sports Talk, Joe Bowling, RealSportsLive.com.
Great coverage here as we are in Laredo, Texas. Nobody back to return this punt for the Eagles, so the SaberCats could pin them deep with a good punt here. It's a high spiraling kick in the middle of the field. Going to take a bouncer right at the 5-yard line. Going to roll inside the 5. SaberCats will down it at the 3. No return man. Long field ahead of the Eagles on their 2nd possession.
And for Eagle Pass, last week they did not have this kind of situation in the game against Mac High. They had a 2-play drive, a 4-play drive one-play drive. So everything in that first half for them was also right about midfield or at the 40, Joe.
1st and 10 for the Eagles. Behind the running on that first drive of DeAndre Torres, who had 5 carries for 42 yards. They'll set up shop. The quarterback will be in a shotgun formation. Richie Luna will be standing in his own end zone. Keeps a man in the backfield for protection. Before the snap, we got a whistle and a timeout call by the Eagles. With that timeout, we'll take one too. We got a lot of sponsors. We'll be back after this.
Who has the ultimate Ford shopping experience?
Hacienda has it.
Who has a 2-year maintenance program with every vehicle?
Hacienda has it.
Who has all the customer perks and conveniences?
Hacienda has it.
The Valley's best Ford selection, price, and service? Hacienda. Hacienda Ford. My Valley, my Ford.
Back here, and we are set to go. It's 1st and 10 for the Eagles after they call a timeout. Man in motion, right to left, handoff, running play off left tackle, and that may lose a yard as the Vela SaberCats were all over that.
Yeah, they were gunning for that middle, and the offensive line for the Eagle Pass Eagles, Tito, Villarreal, and the rest of the crew, they have to win that trench. They have to win that inside. If they don't win that inside, it's going to be hard to run the ball with DeAndre Torres.
Forward progress given to Torres, so they'll give him a half-yard gain on that. 2nd down, call it 9.5 yards to go for the Eagles. 2 receivers either side of the field. Torres in the backfield, takes a handoff, running play, left-hand side across the 5-7, fights hard, falls forward to the 10. 3rd and manageable coming up from the Eagles from the shadows of their end zone.
And that's what they need to do. They need to make sure that DeAndre Torres, last week in that 3rd quarter, he got kind of banged up late in that game or early in that 3rd quarter. So not sure. He looks good running the ball here.
3rd down for the Eagles. They'll bring in 3 receivers this time to the right-hand side. Wide right is Albert Guevara. Joining him out there in the flats is Norby Zavala. And now out as well as Jose Riojas. Single back in the backfield is Torres on 3rd down. Showing a blitz of the SaberCats from the right side. Fake the handoff, swing it outside, and a little running room, but nothing doing. Covered quickly by the defense. That's a loss on the play.
And that's what the defense for the SaberCats are going to do. They're aggressive, so they're going to come up real quick. And as we mentioned in the pregame show, they also they are real aggressive. So they've seen this type. They're playing against each other. This is what they see on offense.
And so no surprises out there. You just do your job. That's what the coaching staff is going to start telling these players. You know what's coming, so just do your job. Loss of a couple on that completed pass. Luna out of the gate, 2 of 3, but just 3 yards to show for it. Punting situation, flag on the play, end-over-end kick, takes a roll outside the 30, rolls outside the Eagle 34-yard line down there, but we'll sort out this penalty.
And that was Daniel Enriquez back deep for the punt as the flag was near the 10 at the side judge. And it was a false start on the offense, so they're gonna half the distance, or they're gonna tack on at the end of the end of it.
I think they're gonna decline that penalty. I know they're gonna tack it on after the punt, and so they'll tax them down to the 30-yard line, and that's where the SaberCats will start this drive. And 2 possessions for the SaberCats, both starting in Eagle territory. That's not what a defensive coordinator wants to keep looking at from the Eagle perspective.
No, Coach Roger Olivas does not want to see the SaberCats on this side of the 50, but the Vela has it, gives it to number 45.
Running play to the left-hand side is Alvarez, and he takes it out of bounds, but he gains near 1st down territory. It is enough. That's a 10-yard gain for Alvarez.
And Alvarez, a big 190 back. I mean, you're talking about a load. He is a load.
That's the first carry for the SaberCats, and they run again. Left-hand side, he takes on a tackler. This time, there's about 5 guys there to help out. He falls forward, gained a couple, but a lot of tacklers there for the Eagles.
David Cuperos and crew, the defense coming up big as the SaberCats have it inside the 20, inside the red zone. for a second down.
2 carries, 13 yards on the ground for the SaberCats. They elected to go from the air in their first drive, just 2 of 5 passing, 11 yards. They don't have much yardage to show for this offense that can put up some big numbers in a hurry. A second down, Luna fires a pass left side receiver screen, inside the 15, down to the 10, inside the 10 to about the 7-yard line, and that's enough for a first down on a quick hitter in the flats to Ezekiel Garcia.
And Garcia had that blocker. That blocker took on the sophomore defensive back, Christian Barcena, number 14, and Ryan Chisholm, the junior, came in to help.
Quick snap again. They'll run the ball to the left-hand side, and at the 5-yard line, falling inside the 5 is Alvarez again, and it's going to be second and goal coming up for Edinburg Vela.
And again, they are doing what Vela is doing, and what they do best is they run the ball.
Second down and goal. Football spotted at the 4-yard line for the Edinburg Vela SaberCats. Garcia takes a snap, hands it off to the right side, down inside the 1, and a touchdown for the SaberCats on second effort.
And it's a touchdown from 3 yards out for Alvarez, the big bruising running back. I believe they're going to go for 2 on this play.
Well, they line up in an awkward position here. Three guys lined to the left, 3 to the right. Now everybody's shifting. Here comes the kicker. I was going to say, they got a kicker that can kick a 62-yard field goal.
Yeah, why go for 2?
Yeah, why go for 2 when you got the guaranteed 1? 3:48 to go here in the first quarter. Eagles of Eagle Pass scored the game's first points on a field goal. SaberCats have answered with a touchdown on their second drive of the game, and the extra point is coming. Good snap, ball down, kick up, long, high, and good. SaberCats 7, Eagles 3. 3:48 to go first quarter. Kickoff after this.
We'll be back.
One of our sponsors here in our broadcast is the 449th District Judge Renee Rodriguez Bittencourt. She wishes the SaberCat players best of luck in today's game. Regardless of the outcome of this game, you're already winners with the efforts to get to this game. Go SaberCats from the 449th District Judge Renee Rodriguez Bittencourt. Back here, the kickoff by the SaberCats sails into the end zone, and no return on this one. And so the Eagles will take over and trailing for the first time in this ball game, Freddie.
Well, 7-3, and again, you can't do anything with the field position. They've had bad field position, and the SaberCats capitalized on the second time that they have it in Eagle territory.
So we'll see what the Eagle Pass offense brings to the table here. It's their third possession of the ball game. Right now, as a team, I've got him for 68 yards of total offense. Shotgun formation for Richie Luna. Keeps Torres in the backfield. 3 receiver set, overloading that right side on first down. Wants to throw, looking left. Has a man, caught at the 30-yard line. Move made. Open field tackle, saves a big gain. It's still a good 8 yards on first down.
And Ray Mendoza, the big receiver on the end, on that far sideline, made a move after that quick comeback. So second down and 1 for the Eagles.
Luna next snap, penalty on the play as he hands it off to Torres. Has enough for a first down, but we'll wait and see on the penalty. It'll be against Vela, an illegal substitution against the SaberCats.
On a 2nd and 1, they're going to get a free 5 yards, maybe. Yeah, 5 yards. Yeah.
3 penalties, now 15 yards against the SaberCats here in this first quarter of play. We still haven't seen the fireworks out here that we could see from these two teams. We've had a couple of deep balls thrown by the SaberCats, but nothing what you would call the big-time highlight reels just yet.
Not yet, but again, they're feeling each other out. It's the area playoffs, 2nd round, Texas high school football Can't get any better than this.
Luna out of the shotgun, takes a snap and fakes the handoff. Now he's going to run. Nice ball fake, but the defense recovers. Short gain on the play on the run by Richie Luna.
As he was tucked it in after not seeing what he wanted on the near sideline with Guevara and the slot receiver number 9, Jose Rioja. So he tucked it in and got maybe 3 on that rush.
Second carry of the game for Luna. He's got 11 yards, averaging 5.5 yards per carry. But how about Torres right now? 7 carries, 50 yards already here in this first quarter against the Vela Sabercats. He lines up as a back in the backfield on 2nd and 7 for the Eagles of Eagle Pass. 3 receiver set right side, shifting as the defense of the Sabercats. Snap back, fake a pass again. Now run the option, pitch it out to Torres, looking to turn the corner on the left side. Stretches forward, short of first down yardage, but a nifty little play that time by the Eagles from a fake pass to the option.
And he of course he has that option with DeAndre Torres as he flows out to the outside, and he saw him there, couldn't get the edge, so he pitched it out. So he got a good 4 yards on that run.
3rd down now for the Eagles of Eagle Pass. This is live audio coming your way. We'll talk about the video situation with what UIL and Fox Sports has kind of monopolized, but we'll get to that later on. On this 3rd down play, wanting to throw again, Luna has a man open, completed pass, 1st down for the Eagles across into Sabercat territory. Move the chains for the Eagles.
That's a 1st down for the Eagles as Norbis Vela, the senior, completes, and that was good into Sabercat territory at the 47-yard line.
For Zavala, that's his first catch of the game. That's now 4 receivers that have caught passes in this game already from Richie Luna, who's 4 of 5, just 18 yards, but he's on the money when he's completing his passes. On the 1st down play for the Eagles, ball now at the 47-yard line of the Sabercats. Luna out of a shotgun. Long count this time, 6 on the play clock, wants to throw. Rolls out to the right side. Chase throws it out of bounds, incomplete, got rid of it.
And we got rid of it quick as soon as he saw number 28 coming in from the outside on that blitz. But that was a 2 receiver set on the inside, 2 to the far side. So he was looking for the quick pop and the quick give and go with number 2, Guevara, on the outside.
Nothing developed that time due to the pressure defensively up front by the Edinburg Vela Sabercats. Minute 39 as the clock stops here in the first quarter of play. Vela on top, Eagle Pass with the football in Sabercat territory. Man in motion is Zavala. Penalty flags on the snap will stop the play dead.
And it looks like it's going to be a false start on the offense. So on a 2nd and 10, going to move them back 5 yards. They're moving the ball here with a minute 37. Those kind of penalties, the pre-snap penalties, are going to kill you, especially in a playoff game.
Especially when you're a team that mixes it up 50-50, run pass. Suddenly you're on these 2nd and extremely long situations. It's no longer the luxury of saying, well, we could still run the football. Not traditionally on 2nd and long. Man in motion again, Zavala. They'll run the same play, get the snap. This time they'll look to throw. Out to Zavala in the flats, caught it across the 40-yard line, got the penalty yards back and some. He'll gain 11, still short of a 1st down.
And again, that was a nice design play. It was a design rollout. And as you said, you can't get behind the chains, especially with the Sabercat defense.
Quick snap coming up as they have the hurry-up offense. No huddle. 3 receivers, short side of the field. That's the left side this time for Luna, who now will look to the sidelines, and they'll hit the pause button. This is the way these offenses are designed now. They can go quick snap, or they can take a look at the defense. The bottom line is you can't substitute when you're in a situation like this. 3rd down play, running play, right side, and that's going to be measurable. Short of 1st down yardage, though, on the carry by Torres. Ball comes out of there, but it's blown dead.
Yeah, the line judge here on the near sideline came up. He's has his hand up as he's calling that one 4th down. He's about, it looks like he's going to be a yard short, maybe a half yard short. He needed to get across the 42 to maybe the 43. He needs to get to the 43. So we'll see what Coach Tom Gonzalez, with a minute left here. 7-3 is the score. Eagles down as they scored their first 3 points with that 9-play drive opening the playoff game.
Looks like the Eagles will go for it. 4th, every bit of 1 yard to go from just outside the 43 before the snap. The Eagles want to talk. Their 2nd timeout in the first quarter. Back after this.
And we'll be back after this. You're listening to Freddie Rea, Joe Bowling, Make Sure.com, Celtics Sports Talk.
Fans Gilbert Enriquez of Edinburg City Council, Place 2, wants to take this time and says congratulations to the Edinburg Vela Sabercats on an outstanding season this year on the football field. Dedication, hard work, and teamwork has taken into the playoffs, and here's wishing you the best in today's game. Gilbert Enriquez from Edinburg City Council, Place 2, says go Sabercats.
And we're back live.
And the play by the Eagles on 4th down, and here we go. Time for the officials to talk it over. It's going to depend on the spot. It was 4th and 1. I think he got a half yard.
He did get a half yard. He needed to get to the 42-yard line, and the Sabercat defensive line coming up big, and that was going to be the talk, and that was the talk for the coaches from both sides, the trenches. Who was going to control the trenches, and whoever was going to control it was going to win the game.
Sabercats win that battle. Now, momentum can take a big swing on a play just like that. We're in the middle portion of the field. Sabercats get the ball at their own 37-yard line, want to throw, looking for a deep ball, looking for it all deep downfield, but incomplete. He overthrows his man by about 6 yards.
And that was Harvey Solis, the intended receiver, and on the coverage was the sophomore defensive back, Christian Barcena. And Barcena got beat to the inside as he had clear green in front of him. And as you said, he was going for the home run here.
They were trying to go for the momentum swing and a big shift in one play. 3 out of 7 now passing for Garcia here in this first quarter play. Still 35 seconds left. Man in motion left to right. Shifts as a tight end. They'll run the play to the left-hand side. Is Venezuela on the carry, and he'll get maybe a yard or 2 to the 40.
That's the other big running back, number 21, Sam Valenzuela, who tried to get the edge and actually tripped himself up and slid right about the 40-yard line with 14 seconds left here in the first quarter.
And the clock is running. Sabercats already have the offense set. Will they take another snap here to wrap up this first quarter? No, they won't. 1 quarter in the books. Eagles scored first. Sabercats scored the only touchdown, 7-3.
7-3. We'll be back with more after this. You're listening to Freddie Day, Joe Bowley, Mixer.com, Celtic Sports Side.
Back here, we're ready to go. Start the second quarter, side of the box. Hitting down he goes. A huge sack as the Eagles defense was on that.
And Moy Rocha, and number 32, Mario Torres, finding the meeting at the quarterback as both one ran the edge and got to Garcia. A big 3rd and 9 for the Eagles, and a sack coming together by the two defense earlier weekend. They're expecting a big game out of them.
Loss of 12 on the play, punting time for the Sabercats, and the Eagles should get good field position on this exchange. They'll send a man back inside his 35 to receive this punt. Penalty flags on the play before the snap. It was down to 5 seconds. Sabercats looked confused, and the penalties against them.
Yeah, it looked like on the edge, number 31 right now for the Eagles was kind of playing a little bit with the end guy for the Sabercats, and he moved, so they set him back 5 yards to the 23.
So now the Eagles will get even better field position out of this, most likely on this punt exchange. Punter takes a snap, punts it low, end over end, takes a roll at the midfield stripe. They'll let it roll down inside the 45 to the Eagle 44, wanting some wind to take over, but nothing doing. Great field position for the Eagles, who only trail 7-3. And if you're on their sideline, Freddie, what are you saying right now after this first quarter of play?
Well, they've weathered the storm, and now they just got to go do work in the trenches. They have to win the line of scrimmage line, and with them winning the line of scrimmage line, it's going to open up the passing game.
Open the passing game up perhaps right here on this play. Empty backfield for Richie Luna. on this first down play from his own 44. Receivers all over the field. Man comes in motion right to left. Luna takes a snap, drops back, looks to throw, firing a ball deep down the right-hand side. It's going to be a diving catch. Is it caught? We'll see. I think so. No, incomplete.
Oh, and he stretched out for that one, and the line judge on that far end was coming up, but again, as soon as he kind of came under the ball and cradled it, the referee on the top said no, it was incomplete.
Jose Riojas almost with a tremendous catch, an all-out effort on a diving attempt on that sideline pass. Stops the clock with 10:59 to go. We're in the second quarter of play from Laredo, Texas, on a beautiful Friday afternoon after Thanksgiving. On this second down play, Luna sends a man in motion, drops back to throw. Here comes some pressure. Got a receiver screen set up. It's going to be caught by Torres to the left-hand side. Leapfrogs a man, and out of bounds he goes. That should be enough for a first down. With that effort alone, gains the extra 2 yards needed.
And that was number 3, Nick Gomez, who came low. And as soon as Torres saw him come low, he went and leapfrogged him. A nice, Zeke Elliott move there.
Would have been a first down, and it is going to be a first down. There was a penalty, but it's against the SaberCats, so wave that off. 12-yard completed pass out of the backfield. Torres on that screen play. And again, the leap over the defender at the end of the play got the extra 2 yards.
So Vela now reeling after that one. It's 10:45 left here in the second quarter, and the Eagles looking to move the ball in SaberCat territory.
Richie Luna now 6 of 9 for 41 yards in the Eagles passing game. 10:35 to go, wants to throw again. Quick hitter, left-hand side to Ray Mendoza. Caught it, moves forward, gains 4 on the play. That's just as good as a nice running play to start a drive of downs.
Exactly. When you get into the second and third manageables, it's more manageable for the team and for Richie to kind of stay within himself.
Second catch of the game for Ray Mendoza. Big, good-looking receiver out there on the left-hand side. For those fans back in the Valley who haven't seen these guys, they have some athletes on this Eagle Pass football team. Luna stands in the backfield in a shotgun formation. Wide right is Albert Guevara. Another receiver joins him on the right side. Out of the motion is Riojas, looking to pass. Riojas over the middle, caught inside the 20, down to the 15-yard line on a completed pass to Zavala. He was wide open.
And that was, again, a design play. That's a design play to bring a guy in motion to kind of free up the middle. And Zavala cuts to the middle of the field, and a nice strike by Luna.
25 yards unofficially on that pass completion. Now on first down, they want to pass again. Swing pass, right side. It's caught by Riojas. Makes a move. Got a block inside the 10. Out of bounds he goes at the 7. And another quick, good-looking play by the Eagles.
And again, that was a quick pass. They got the momentum. They got the chains moving. So with that quick pass to Riojas knows what to do with it after he catches it. So a second and about 2 to go.
2 to go. As out of the shotgun, they'll hand it off this time. Up into the line of scrimmage. Falling forward is Torres. We'll check the measurement here, but I think it's 3rd and short.
Yeah, they need to get to about the 5 for a first down, and it looks like he got maybe 1 on that one.
Torres now has been the workhorse on the ground. That's 11 carries in the ball game for 58 yards. Eagle Pass will face 3rd and 1.
It's a 3rd and 1 at the 6. They need to get to a 5, maybe across the 5 for the first down. So the Eagles moving here. They're going from left to right here from the Student Activity Center. And this is kind of new, having Luna under center.
Under center on 3rd and 1. Luna sends a man in motion right to left, and penalty flags come raining in before that snap. Did they draw him off?
No, it's a delay of game on the Eagles. So that play clock got so they're going to step off 5 yards on that one.
You've witnessed a lot of their football. How often have they been under center?
This is the first time that I've seen. I mean, they've only done it maybe twice the whole season. So it's kind of new to see them under center, but again, in that power I formation, because again, they usually do the shotgun formation and spread it open.
Fans, when you start asking questions, why the delay of game? Little changes can make a difference in a couple of seconds, recognizing how that play develops. Third down, call it 6 yards to go. They want to throw, looking, ton of time, now a ton of room, running right side, end zone pass, it's caught for a touchdown. What a catch that time in traffic by Albert Guevara.
And Albert Guevara, the other 6-foot receiver, they got the twin towers on the outsides, and for him to get into the end zone, and the big target for Richie Luna as he rolled out and found him for an 11-yard touchdown with 8:15 left here in the second quarter.
93 yards in the air now on a 10 of 13 day for Richie Luna, but that was for points. Extra point, ball down, kick up, long, high, and it is good. 8:15 to go, second quarter. RioSportsLive.com coming your way, and we're going to take a break.
After this, you're listening to Freddie Dea, Joe Bowling, Mixer.com, Celtics Sports Talk.
Gang, Walmart in Los Fresnos has some great deals set for this weekend only from now through Sunday, and this is while supplies last. You can get a Char Griller dual 2-burner charcoal gas grill and save nearly $100. It was $198, now it's $99 while supplies last. Now through Sunday, only at the Los Fresnos Walmart. Got it? You okay? Back here, we are in Laredo, Texas, and what a ball game. We expected this to be a close contest. I'm Joe Bowling, that's Freddie Heredia, and we are simulcasting on two sites at the same time, splitting directions when we go in commercial breaks, and that's working out just fine. Kickoff by the Eagles, who now lead this game 10-7. Returnable by the SaberCats across the 10, middle of the field to the 15 to the 20, and then a big hit delivered at the 22, and the SaberCats will start with their worst field position out of the drive.
And that was number 13, Guzman, who brought the ball back from the 5, and that was a big load by number 23, Armando Monsivais, who does work on the defensive side, now on special teams.
Well, oftentimes when you have an offense that can put up big numbers, perhaps the worst thing to do is take a lead on them. Well, the Eagles have gained the lead. Now we'll see what the SaberCats do here. Offensively, they've been limited to just 30 yards in the air and limited, if anything, on the ground. They'll run the ball this time out across the 25. Hard running, good blocking. That's a good 4 or 5 yards on first down for the SaberCats.
And that was the bruising back, number 45, Alvarez, who took it down to the 27-yard line.
Marking for a 5-yard gain. He's now got 5 carries for 24 yards. That's leading the team in running. Running play again. This time it's Alvarez. Takes it inside or across the 30. Stays on his feet and gains a first down with second effort. 8-yard gain to the 35-yard line.
The initial hit was number 25, David Kipuros, and then the gang of linebackers and safeties coming up to get the number 45 Alvarez down. But not until he got a first down to the 35.
First down for the SaberCats out of a shotgun formation is Garcia. Single back in the backfield, 2 receivers right, 1 left, firing a quick pass to the right side. It's caught by Garcia. Makes a move, got it across the 45. 12-yard gain, second catch of the game for Isael Garcia.
And that one was a quick strike to Garcia on the near sideline as he made a move and got to the 47-yard line.
4 of 8 passing right now for Garcia for 33 yards in the ball game. First down play coming up. Penalty flags before that.
And the ball was snapped. So it's false start, but the ball was snapped. Not quite sure what happened there.
Got a few names to throw out here. I know we got some people listening in. Rosie and Lyford listening in. Sylvia and Cindy Garcia. Letty says hello. And Jill says hello to Uncle Dan, as we've got some additional shout-outs coming up throughout this broadcast.
Yeah, Miss Calvo, what's the score? It's 10-7 here in the second quarter. And that was high for the intended receiver, number 8, on the near sideline after that penalty.
Incompleted pass brings up 2nd down and 15 for the SaberCats. Of course, Freddie has his list of sponsors and list of listeners back home, the faithful. I do too. So we're gonna give them all love before this is all said and done.
Exactly.
During this broadcast, clock stops with 6:49 to go here in the second quarter of play. SaberCats looking
Mirror image as we look at both offenses.
good snap, a handoff, running play. Alvarez bounces it to the outside, takes on a couple of tacklers, stretches forward, got the penalty yardage back. But that's about it on that first down carry.
As he got back to the original line of scrimmage and a host of Eagles, number 56, Sebastian Hernandez, and then Nico Moyeda coming in for the free safety position to help him out. As now Moy Rocha and Mario Torres kind of switched ends. Now he's on the near side and he's on the far sideline.
3rd and 10 for the SaberCats of Edinburg. Vela snap back and Garcia wants to throw. Fires a pass left side. Man open inside the 40. That's a first down. Stretching forward. An awkward tackle, but a good 14-yard pickup on a strike for the SaberCats. Again, they go to Garcia.
And that was Raul Leckler for Eagle Pass. And for that pass, again, it is mirror image, as I was mentioning earlier. They had that middle open or that slant route to the inside.
1st and 10 with 5:59 to go here in the first half. SaberCats want to throw again. Left side pass completed. Cantu slips off his feet as he got to the corner. Still gains 9.
And that was a quick strike as Garcia getting the ball quickly, setting his feet and throwing the ball to the outside. So again, 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. The SaberCats are going from left to right if you're listening to us on your computer or on your mobile app.
Started deep in their own territory on this drive. Now they're operating on a 2nd and 1. Pass play left side. That's a catch. Another catch by Cantu. Made a man miss. Got a first down. Gains 8 more yards. That's his 4th catch of the game.
And they're into the red zone as both teams have been managing to get into the red zone of each other. So this is the 2nd time that the Vela SaberCats get into the red zone. Actually the 3rd time today in this first half.
Garcia is now connected on 4 of his last 5, 3 in a row. He's now 7 of 12 for 64 in the passing game for the SaberCat quarterback. Takes a snap, hands it off this time, and the defense is there for this one. Alvarez fights forward, will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Could have lost 3, will lose 2.
Well, actually, he could have lost 3 because Sebastian Hernandez, number 56, the senior D-tackle, he comes in, shoots the gap by the center and gets it into the backfield of Vela.
SaberCats 10 of 26 running the football for 2.6 yards a carry. So this defense for Eagle Pass is not giving anything up on the ground. 2nd 11, Garcia looks to throw. Fires it right side. Caught, move made, receiver stiff arms a man. Garcia again leans forward. About the 11 marked down there. Good second effort after the catch. 3rd down coming up.
And the 3rd down as they get it they need to get across the 10 to the 9 for a first down as they have it at the 9-yard line. That was a quick strike and a good move on number 31, Monsivais.
Nathan Garcia takes it off, hands it off, and running play right side of Venezuela, but not much there. And we're going to look at this spot before. It will be 1st and goal coming up.
Yeah, they gave him a good spot on that as he forward progress on that one. So he got to the 9-yard line for first down for Vela at the 9 of the Eagle Pass Eagles.
Clock stops while they mark it. Now it's running. 3:50 and counting left here in this second quarter of play. Each team's had the lead. SaberCats currently trailing, but right now 1st and goal inside the 10 for Nathan Garcia and company trying to retake the lead. Takes a snap, drops back, fires it, corner of the end zone, running under it, and catching it is Justin Cantu for the touchdown.
And Cantu takes the inside and goes to the outside move on Raul Leckler, and he, right over the top, dropped a dime on him as the SaberCats scored from 9 yards out for a SaberCat touchdown.
5 completions in a row by Nathan Garcia, who is suddenly feeling the hot hand with the running game not working. He's turning it up on the offense for the SaberCats. Extra point coming up, and again, they look first just to see if there's anything there that they can run a play, and they're comfortable with their kicker. They'll bring him in for the extra point.
Yeah, why wouldn't you feel comfortable with the kicker that kicked a 54-yard field goal, and it's up?
And it's through the upright. SaberCats back on top. 14-10, 3:31 to go. Back after this.
My name is Ben Smith, and I'm the general manager at the Palmview location. The sales staff at Mott's can help you find the right materials for the job. We're experienced, friendly, and eager to help. With that DIY project you've been waiting to start, or that large order you need to fill fast, our experts can help you figure out what's best for you and your budget. And if you're waiting over your head, we can point you in the right direction. Built on history, built on family, built on trust. Mott's Building Materials.
I like the feeds coming in and out on your music beds. I'll have those too. Real Sports Live isn't getting those right now, but nice job on that stuff.
Thank you once again for logging on and tuning in. As you got Joe Bowling, Real Sports Live, giving you play-by-play. Freddie Day, giving you the color commentating today. And don't forget, we're going to be live this afternoon, this evening, 7:30, as Alexander is in the playoffs also here at the Laredo United, the UISD complex here.
Kickoff by the SaberCats, fielded up inside the 20-yard line, across the 20, and quickly they cover return man Jose Riojas, and the Eagles take over, trailing. They've been there before, though.
Yeah, they've been there before. They've been, and of course they're coming in 9-2. They lost to United at home, and they lost the very first game of the season against Medieval Valley, 28-27. So they're accustomed to coming back. As far as that game was concerned, the very first game of the season, they actually had to come back in that ball game.
Eagle offense has spread it out. You've got 169 yards of total offense, 76 on the ground, 93 in the air. We expected that, and that's exactly what they've done thus far. Running play, off left tackle, banging forward for a good 6 yards on first down of the Eagles.
And Torres, again, he's real deceptive. You really can't get a hit on him. He actually initiates the hit every time that he carries the ball. 12
carries, 64 yards, averaging better than 5 yards per carry as Torres on that 6-yard gain. Second down play coming up for the Eagles. They want to throw over to the left-hand side. Caught, first down, caught by Riojas. He'll gain 6, and the chains will move again.
And that was a quick strike. Again, we're looking at similar offenses as they strike really, really quick on the with the slot receivers. So it's a 1st and 10 as that one to the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Eagles, 2:43 left and counting here in the second quarter.
Talked about Nathan Garcia getting hot. That's 6 completions in a row for Richie Luna, who is now 11 of 14 for 99 yards here in the first half. Wants to throw again. Looks right again, still looking, now going to run. Hemmed in, taken down. Pocket collapse, great coverage downfield. Second down coming up.
Second down as he gets back to the line of scrimmage. That was number 44 in on the tackle for Rafael Montemayor, the defensive lineman, senior. Now, I was looking at the Vela SaberCat roster. They have close to 34 seniors.
Yeah, and they're used to winning football games. They're used to being in the playoffs. And the thing about this program is that there'll be 34 seniors next year, too. They just keep churning up bigger and bigger numbers for the relatively young school in the Edinburg School District. Now the whistle blows before the snap, and we've had a ton of before-the-snap penalties against either team, this time against the Eagles.
And we want to send a shout-out to one of our listeners who just sent us a thanks for broadcasting, Freddie. I couldn't make the game. That's Sarah June. Coach Gonzalez over in Eagle Pass, Texas.
Gonna say hello to Ada, Barbie, Alejandro, Marilyn from Belia at the game, and also Bethany Francis, Melissa from Megan Arroyo, who is here at the game. Second down play for the Eagles. They want to throw. Luna drops back, swings a nice catch, but a short gain. What a tremendous catch, but nothing there. Torres on the catch.
Yeah, on that 2nd and 15 after the penalty, it was a screenplay to number 8, Torres, and he made a one-handed catch to actually get back to the 30-yard line for no gain. So it brings a 3rd and 15, and there's a timeout here with a minute 26 left. So we'll be back with more. You're listening to Joe Bowling and Freddie Reyes, SaltLakeSports.mixer.com.
Hey, gang, please come and join us for lots of fun games, rides together through this event. Sponsors for First and Goal Youth Sports, the love of community. We make this special night for so many wonderful, deserving children. Santa's going to be there to take pictures for the kids. There will be food, games, rides for the kids. Entertainment will be the Edinburg own draft. It wasn't enough. Well, we also are going to be giving away a 2017 Nissan Sentra. Again, it's First and Goal Youth Sports.
Back live on MakeSure.com. South far side 3, receivers to the far side 1 to the near side. As he dumps it out to Torres. Torres at the 35 and slips again as he had an open field and was dropped. Actually, he fell himself at the 35-yard line coming after that timeout.
6-yard gain, but he could have gained more yardage had he not slipped. And so now, punting time for the Eagles. Of Eagle Pass, minute 19 to go here. Looking further ahead here, the SaberCats will get the ball to start the second half, and the Eagles do not want to let them score here with a minute 19 to go.
Well, no, you don't want to go into the half down more than a touchdown. They have had that situation before during the season, but they're also a second half team. They make the adjustments. Eagle Pass has done it to everybody down in the District 29 6A, as the second half, the adjustments that they've made have done what they need to do.
SaberCats will send one man back to return this punt. And that's going to be Daniel Enrique, a junior. And the punt is away. It's a high, short kick out across the 40-yard line. Going to take a good bounce for the Eagles. Now a great bounce. Rolls inside the 15, inside the 10. That took a 25-yard roll down to the 5-yard line. And it wasn't a great punt when it left the foot, but it's a great punt on paper.
But it was a rush. It was a rush from the inside, and Riojas had to punt it away quickly. But it took an Eagle Pass roll and the ball all the way down as number 36, Daniel Enriquez, actually came towards the ball at the 20, and it took an Eagle Pass bounce all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And that'll change your play calling. There was a minute 4 left, which is enough time if you're starting a drive out around the 30 or 40. But when you're at your 5, the SaberCats may indeed change up how they approach this final possession of the first half. Luna wants to hand it off. Running play right side. Now bouncing off a couple tacklers. Turning corner 10, 15, 20, 25. Still on his feet out across the 30-yard line on a big carry. It looked like Venezuela was going to be stopped, but he just kept finding a little additional room down that sideline.
As he bounced it out to the near sideline, he had a the play was initially to the inside, but he bounced it out to the near side, and that's where he got it to the 35-yard line.
On a single carry, he doubles the amount of yardage on the ground for the SaberCats on that carry. Pass play, right side, completed, short gain, out of bounds, stops the clock, 49 seconds to go. They went to Cantu.
And again, Cantu, the favorite receiver. We want to send a big shout out to Isaac Ruiz and Jose Avila over in Arlington, Texas. So we're getting a lot of people logged on and tuned in.
Second down play, pass play again for Garcia. Pump fake, rolls out, rush, got away from one man, gets away from another. Magician-like move to move forward. It looked like he was going to be stopped, end up gaining a couple yards, but took a lot of time off the clock.
Yeah, Rocha actually came up and came back around to the play. Finally, they got him down there for a 3rd and 1.
Now he wants to throw. Screen pass. Got a great block, and they got a first down for the SaberCats to about the 48. That'll stop the game clock at 29 seconds, long enough to move the chains.
And that was number 25 on the tackle for the Eagles. So 25 seconds left. 14-10 is the score. They make the adjustments on the offense.
Ready to take the snap is Garcia. Drops back, looking, fires it left side. It's going to be caught. Another first down for the SaberCats. Inbounds at the 40-yard line.
And that one again, they picked on the outside defensive back over there. We'll be back with more after this. You're listening to Freddie Dea, Joe Bowling, MakeSure.com, South to Sports Talk.
You ready? What are you gonna do? Gang with over 40 years of driving education experience, how about Hernandez Driving School? Look no further. Operating in Far and Hidalgo, now accepting beginner and advanced drivers that would like to learn safe driving. Teen classes offered every month and adult classes taught in English and Spanish. Skip the long lines and take your driving test at Hernandez Driving School. For more information, contact a member of the family team at 956-429-8376 or visit us online at HernandezDrivingSchool.com.
As we're back live, and we also don't miss the UIL, as we get back to the
pass play for Garcia. We'll get to that and mention here in just a minute. Looking to fire the ball deep downfield behind everybody. Tip ball incomplete, up for grabs in the end zone with 4 seconds to go.
And that was Nico Rodriguez, the tight end, who also plays baseball. He played over the summer with the Texas Colts out of Boerne, Texas, and there is a flag on the play, and it was on the offense. So with 4 seconds left, they tried to go for it all, and to no avail. It came up short.
What a great arm strength displayed that time by Garcia. He was rolling left, turned, squared his body up, and rifled that thing, an up for grabs ball, into the end zone, nearly 50 yards on the fly. He's going to have to do it again now with 4 seconds to go. Final play, barring a penalty. Passes it right side, short pass on a hitch. Now another pitch, and they got a little room down the 35 and out of bounds. Catch, lateral, halftime.
It's halftime, so make sure you come back to the halftime report, brought to you by Chick-fil-A Eagle Pass. And don't forget, don't miss the UIL State Championship, December 20th to the 23rd at the AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Tickets are available to purchase now through Ticketmaster. For more information, visit uiltexas.org. And we want to thank everybody who's logged on and tuned in. Man, what a first half. So the Chick-fil-A halftime report, we'll be back with more after this.
Fans, this broadcast is sponsored in part by Boswell Elliff Ford. They're your dealer for the F-Series trucks, 150, 250, and 350, and a full line of Ford Motor Company products as well. Come see us in the nearby San Benito area. That's Boswell Elliff Ford. We, too, are family. That's just one of our sponsors helping us bring this game and the Los Fresnos game. And we're going to get some bonus coverage tonight as we'll be bringing you live coverage from the Weslaco East game. We do thank all of the sponsors that joined in. We had the rights given to us by Fox Sports. Well, we weren't given. We had to buy them. We had to get the rights and get the contract out. It was $1,000 up front. We were streaming forward, trying to get those sponsors on just a couple-day notice, and came up a little short. And then the fine print of the contract came out saying that sponsors like Boswell Elliff couldn't be used if we went video because of the fact that there's a UIL monopoly on which car dealers, insurance agents, and fast food restaurants could be part of a video broadcast. And it doesn't mean we're not going to try again, because next week, should we have teams win from the Rio Grande Valley, we are going to be active in utilizing the authorization granted through Fox Sports to televise games. And by televise, I mean stream them live on our multiple formats. We're also teamed up here with Freddie and doing the play-by-play and color commentary for the audio side. We're going to be utilizing his resources as well to assist us and perhaps bringing video coverage as early as next week. And it's pretty sure we're going to have some teams that he and I will be following. We're going to get some additional sponsors in for you as well as we are at halftime. 21 minutes left, 14-10. Sabercats lead the Eagles. And I'll get the cue on exactly who we're going to go with our next read. Let's talk about Walmart. How about Walmart in Los Fresnos? They are sponsoring the Eagles, but we're also assisting them by putting some mentions out during the Sabercat broadcast. They also have this week, Walmart in Los Fresnos, some great deals. This weekend only, now through Sunday while supplies last, you can get a Travel Propane Coleman 2-burner stove. This is better than half price. It's normally $42. Now it's just $20. Now through Sunday, only at the Los Fresnos Walmart. Another sponsor for today's game, how about First Community Bank? It's your community bank with 9 Valley locations, plus while others have branches, we have roots. First Community Bank is proud to sponsor the broadcast, and congratulations to players, families, coaches, fans, and teachers that make athletic academics success possible. Experience banking on a first-name basis. That's your First Community Bank. We're at halftime. I'll step aside. We'll be back with Freddie. We'll go over some halftime stats, scoring. We'll break down the first half, and more importantly, we'll break down what may have to happen in the second half. Either team fully believes they can win this one. This is halftime on RealSportsLive.com.
My name is Isaac Smith, and I'm co-owner of Mott's Building Materials. The Mott's Paint Department has everything you need for any budget. We carry professional grade products from brands like PPG, Ralph Lauren, Czar Stains, all at great prices. With the newest technology on the market, you can see the latest color trends and visualize your next project. If you still need help, we can give you pointers and make suggestions based on what you need. Built on history, built on family, built on trust. Mott's Building Materials. My name is Ben Smith, and I'm the general manager at the Palmview location. The sales staff at Mott's can help you find the right materials for the job. We're experienced, friendly, and eager to help. With that DIY project you've been waiting to start, or that large order you need to fill fast, our experts can help you figure out what's best for you and your budget. And if you're way over your head, we can point you in the right direction. Built on history, built on family, built on trust. Mott's Building Materials.
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique, collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
The ultimate Ford shopping experience?
Hacienda has it.
Who has a 2-year maintenance program with every vehicle?
Hacienda has it.
Who has all the customer perks and conveniences?
Hacienda has it.
The Valley's best Ford selection, price, and service? Hacienda Ford. My Valley, my Ford.
Back live on Mixer.com, South Texas Sports Talk, RealSportsLive.com, also simulcasting with our partners in crime today on a beautiful Friday afternoon as Mr. Joe Bowden helping us out on the telecast as we are at halftime, 14-10, and Chick-fil-A halftime report. 635 South Bibb Avenue in Eagle Pass, Texas. Call them at 757-1016. Make sure you don't forget your mobile Mondays. If you download the mobile app, Chick-fil-A app, you can get a free treat for Chick-fil-A. So the Chick-fil-A halftime report as we give you the scoring drives. Eagle Pass, 9-play drive in that first quarter. Gets a 28-yard field goal to take a 3-0 lead. Vela kind of took control in that first quarter with a 10-play drive and a 7-yard pass play from their quarterback Garcia to their number 1 receiver Cantu for a touchdown. At 3:48 left in the first quarter, they went up 7-3, and then Eagle Pass comes back. They take a lead as Guevara gets into the end zone. Richie Luna rose with 8:15 left in the second quarter. They take the lead 10-7, and then Vela comes back with a 10-play drive, a 9-yard touchdown, drops a dime to Cantu on the far sideline, and takes a 14-10 halftime lead. So, what do you got, Joe?
Let me run down some stats. You got all those scoring plays. Let's run down some stats and give the fans a little bit more spice up here in the halftime. Offensively, the Eagles with 189 yards of offense actually outgained the SaberCats in the first half. 189 total yards, 82 of that on the ground on 16 carries. That's 5 yards per carry for the Eagles in the first half. But the passing game, 13 of 16 for 107 yards. That's an efficient passing game for the Eagles as they outgain the SaberCats. SaberCats, though, 170 yards, and it's not near as spread out. 58 of that on the ground, 13 carries, still 4.5 yards per carry, but most of that came on a couple of late carries in the first half. 13 of 19 for 112 yards, and the incomplete passes, my friends, came from both of these quarterbacks early in the game. They got hot as it went on. Leading ball carrier, DeAndre Torres leads everybody. 12 carries for the Eagles for 64 yards. That's better than 5 yards a carry. Luna had a couple of carries for 11 yards. And then, of course, Riojas had that 1 carry for 7. In the passing game, where Luna was 13 of 16, he spread it out to 5 different receivers. And the leading guy on that as far as catches was DeAndre Torres, who had 4 catches for 25 yards. Leading yardage, Norby Zavala had 3 catches for 43 yards. For the SaberCats, not much there in the running game. 8 carries for 36 yards for Alvarez. Most of that came on the late carries. And then on the passing game, Nathan Garcia, 13 of 19. 9 of those catches by Justin Cantu. 2 caught by Ezeal Garcia. So there's just some numbers as we roll through this here in this first half of play that saw the Eagles score first. The SaberCats came back, and then back and forth we went. The Eagles took the lead, and the SaberCats came right back with it. Again, we thank you for joining us here on the simulcast as we have realsportslive.com. We also have with the simulcast, we're going to talk about both entities and how we're broadcasting these games here. We're at halftime. UIL had granted us the rights to go video, and my friends, we were real close to pulling the trigger on going with that, but just a couple of hiccups down the stretch as far as getting some video sponsorship available, and then of course the UIL and Fox Sports not allowing any auto dealers or any insurance agencies or any fast food restaurants. That's just the way they set this up as far as the broadcast for video. Therefore, $1,000 isn't enough. You have to pay the $1,000, and then you have to adhere to those rules, which is what prevented us from being able to pull the curtain back and allow you to watch this game back at home. And those of you wondering, normally on a Friday night during the regular season, you could still broadcast with an audio live and then come back with a video replay. But Fox Sports again has obtained rights across the board throughout the playoffs for video coverage, whether it's live or whether it's delayed. You still have to pay the fee, and you have to adhere to the rules as far as exactly how they broadcast. So we weren't able to pull that together in a couple of days. Does not mean we're not looking straightforward at whoever advances next week at trying to pull the curtain back and give you video coverage of playoff football in your region. Now, again, I talk a little bit about realsports.com in a moment. Let's talk first about where your company has come from and what you're doing as far as we're both doing the same thing in different parts of the world.
Well, as far as we're a border town, Eagle Pass, Texas. We're far from 2 hours away from Laredo, 2.5 hours from San Antonio. We're nestled in with 2 high schools, CC Win Mavericks and the Eagle Pass Eagles, sharing District 29 5A, District 29 6A. Mixer.com, South Texas Sports Talk is an online radio station that I geared up back in March of last year some of the parents that are part of the boosters, because my wife and I are part of boosters for football and for baseball, they wanted to listen to the out-of-town games, and they couldn't travel. So researched it, went online, found what I needed to do, and again, it's been a venture. It's been great. I want to thank all our sponsors, Anterior Eagle Pass Automotive, Arturo Ramos is a great supporter of Eagle Pass Athletics, Matthew Gary, Realty Executives, Eagle Pass 776-3692. So again, everybody that has helped along the way, thank you very much for supporting South Texas Sports Talk, as we had a lot of people chime in, and we want to send a big shout out to Conrado Perez, Eagle Pass Sports Central, the only and best coverage in Eagle Pass. Go to www.eaglepassportcentral.com, and he sent me some stats, as you gave us some stats too, but he said Vela had 13 carries for 56 yards. As we want to compare.
I had 58 yards. I'll deal with that. I'm a little busy announcing at the same time, so I'm good. If I'm within 2 yards, that's good. Go ahead.
14 of 18 for 140 yards. That's Vela.
I had 13 of 19. So okay.
Hey, we're and 196 total yards. 11 first downs for Vela, 6 for 25 in the penalty area. For the Eagle Pass, 16 carries for 79 yards.
At 82, still within 3 yards. That's
12,
good.
12 for 15 for 94. So 12.
I had 13 to 16 for 107.
For 107. So 173 yards, 8 first downs, 3 of 15. So we want to thank, of course, Mr. Conrado Perez, always tuning in, listening. He's going to be actually listening to us tonight. For the Alexander game.
That should be an exciting game too. I mean, it's going to be a little cooler out there, but speaking of cool, that air conditioner, when it kicks on up here in this press box, it makes you want hot chocolate, not cold water, which was just handed to me. Yes, sir.
We want to thank, of course, the UISD, the athletic director, Bobby Cruz, and Mr. Buentello, the assistant AD, for allowing us to come in and do this for everybody here. What is the score at halftime? It is 14-10 SaberCats, as we have our listeners tuning in, and they can actually chat with us live, sending us, where they're actually. Isaac Ruiz, thank you for broadcasting, Freddie. Current UT student and grad from Eagle Pass, so couldn't make it to the game, unfortunately. So go Eagles. So again, that's why we do it, and we do it for all the sports fans that can't come to the game, that can't be, but want to experience this playoff atmosphere.
Yeah, same here with RealSportsLive.com. When I started it was the same principle that there are ways to showcase athletes. I've been doing it for 30 years, and in various formats, and so I found a way to do this. Now, most of our broadcasts are on the video side. As you go on the website, you'll see that. And like I was explaining to the fans a while ago, we were dangerously close to you and I streaming on both our formats with video. By next week, I still think that's a realistic goal, that we're going to team up and we're going to unveil. Then you'll think I'm busy now. Watch when I've got cameras going all over the place and we're doing plays and replays and things like that. But again, it's a lot of fun doing this. And as with you, I've got fans listening back home right now that couldn't make it to the game, and there's no other way they're going to be able to pick it up without the services of what you and I are doing with your services in Eagle Pass and mine with Real Sports.
Yeah, of course. We also want to thank Valdez Tire Record Service, 522 North Pierce Street. Tacos Express, the fastest tacos in town. Call them in the morning, 830-968-2032 to call ahead. If you got some guys and some people you want to chime in.
Yeah, let me give a shout out. How about to Sylvia and Hayden Schaefer, who are listening in the state of Washington. A hello from Letty coming up on that. Sasha is a mascot. She says hi to all the Edinburg Vela family. So again, that's what it's all about. We had some friends out in the stands actually getting some lists, and as this grows, and you know what it's all about. When you get further and further in the playoffs, more and more people are now suddenly, hey, wait a minute, that game's where? Okay, well, wait till they can watch it, then watch what happens.
Exactly. We have the SaberCat band on the field right now. We got about 7:26 left at halftime, so we're going to take a break. We'll be back with more after this. You're listening to Joe Biden, Freddie Reyes, South Texas Sports Talk, Mixler.com, and RealSportsLive.com.
Mott's Lumberyard is one of the largest in the valley. If you need it, we have it. Everything from lumber, insulation, roofing, plywood, and sheetrock. After 45 years of business, we've basically came up with our own lumber philosophy that allows us to offer the best option to customers on any job. We know the area, we know the lumber, and most importantly, we know you. Built on history, built on family, built on trust. Mott's Building Materials.
My name is Ben Smith, and I'm the General Manager at the Palmview location. The door and window department at Mott's Building Materials is one of the largest in the Valley. Our experts could help you figure out what's best for you and your budget. We have many brands, and we have an in-house door shop. Need to replace a door quickly? With our large selection, you can find what you need and walk out with it today. Mott's Building Materials. Built on history, built on family, built on trust.
The University Interscholastic League would like to thank its corporate sponsors. Without the generous support of these sponsors, many UIL activities would not be possible. The UIL gives special thanks to the Army National Guard, Baden, Balfour, Baylor Scott and White, Dairy Max, Dairy Queen, Ford, Fox Sports Southwest, Gatorade, Hellas Construction, Max Preps, the NFHS Network, Nike, Register My Athlete, Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, and Tick-A-Tap Ticketing. These generous corporates.
Ecstatic Entertainment, you're good. The law office is Victor E. Perry, 758-1200. Ecstatic Entertainment, VJ Encore. As if you need a DJ, call them up, 421-0379. Metro PCS, serving Eagle Pass with 4 great locations. You have a promo right now, 4 lines for $100 period. So we're streaming our Mixer.com on our TNT Rentals and Party Supplies, 1150 North Bibb Street, 352-6273. And of course the Chick-fil-A halftime report. The law office of Francisco Martinez, Personal Injury Family Law, Mi Pueblo Restaurant, 1920 North Veterans Boulevard. And as we have somebody chiming in, almost baseball time. Eagles just keep coming. Football, track, tennis, basketball. And of course, baseball is a big thing down in Eagle Pass. What are your thoughts for the second half, Joe?
Second half, I think, like I said, going in to the halftime locker room, both teams fully believe that when they're in there talking to their athletes that you can win this football game. What type of adjustments need to be made? I'm not sure that you look at any adjustment and say, let's do this differently. We're going to be able to do it better, because they both were able to move the football. Everyone prevented the huge big plays. Each had the ability to stop one another. They stopped each other on some 3rd and shorts, on some 4th and shorts. They converted on some 3rd and longs. And so I think both coaches look at their kids and say, listen, keep doing what you're doing. It's going to take one additional stop or one additional score, and we win this game.
Yeah, of course. The once you get into the playoffs, everybody knows your mantra, everybody knows your motto, everybody knows your MO, everybody knows what you're gonna do. They've seen film of you, so it doesn't matter what you do. It's basically execution. It comes down to execution. Am I not right, Joe?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. You're looking at, like I said, on a 3rd and short, Vela got a stop. Later, Eagle Pass got a first down, and it was just because of execution. I think that the little things in this first half that could make a difference in the second half, some penalties were happening prior to the snap, and that was going on both sides of the football field. And in a normal game, you say, well, that doesn't make a big difference. But in a game separated by 4 points, separated by in a couple of chances on a 3rd and 3, would have been a 1st and 10.
Exactly.
It becomes a something that you can look at each other and say, listen, those are little mindsets. You need to put yourself in a higher level to win this football game. But again, both teams are fully going to believe they're going to win this game. Pressure's going to start coming into play. I know on Vela they've had players used to going 3 deep, and so they understand that. Will that come into play here? Not sure. It could.
Now for Eagle Pass, they again, as I spoke to earlier, they're a second half team. They've been known to be a second half team. They've done their damage in the second half. For the most part in District 29 6A play. So it's going to be, like you said, it's not going to be too much of the adjustment. It's, again, the execution. So hopefully Luna and company, of course, DeAndre Torres is having a big day today. We want to send a shout out to some some friends of ours that are in Cancun listening to us all the way in Cancun. So thank you once again for logging on and tuning in to SouthTexasSports.mixer.com and RealSportsLive.com. It's been a pleasure this first half. So make sure, don't miss the UIL State Championships on December 20th through the 23rd at the AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Tickets are available to purchase now through Ticketmaster. For more information, visit uiltexas.org. So we're about a minute 20 left before we start the second half. Vela will have the second half ball, so we'll see what happens. We'll be back with more after this. You're listening to Freddie Dea, Joe Bodie, Mixer.com, RealSportsLive.com.
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique, collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
My name is Ben Smith, and I'm the general manager at the Palmview location. The sales staff at Mott's can help you find the right materials for the job. We're experienced, friendly, and eager to help. With that DIY project you've been waiting to start, or that large order you need to fill fast, our experts can help you figure out what's best for you and your budget. And if you're way in over your head, we can point you in the right direction. Built on history, built on family, built on trust. Mott's Building Materials.
My name is Isaac Smith, and I'm co-owner of Mott's Building Materials. The Mott's Paint Department has everything you need for any budget. We carry professional-grade products from brands like PPG, Ralph Lauren, Czar Stains, all at great prices. With the newest technology on the market, you can see the latest color trends and visualize your next project. If you still need help, we can give you pointers and make suggestions based on what you need. Built on history, built on family, built on trust. Mott's Building Materials.
Who has the ultimate Ford shopping experience?
Hacienda has it.
Who has a 2-year maintenance program with every vehicle?
Hacienda has it.
Who has all the customer perks and conveniences?
Hacienda has it.
The Valley's best Ford selection, price, and service? Hacienda Ford. My Valley, my Ford.
We got about 15 seconds. Okay. And we're back live on Mixer.com, South Texas Sports Talk, Real Sports Live. Joe Bodie, Freddie Dea, bringing you live play-by-play of area playoff. The SaberCats are up 14-10 on the Eagle Pass Eagles.
And we're set to go for the second half. And we haven't had any critical turnovers in this football game. We didn't talk about that either.
No, we didn't talk about the turnover. But again, I think it's going to be a factor if anybody can get the momentum. If the momentum changer, if they can get a turnover, it's going to be big. So the Eagles are going to be kicking off from the north end, north to south. The south end is going to be defended by the SaberCats. The Eagles defending the north goal. They're going to be going from right to left and from left to right, excuse me. So David Lopez, the sophomore kicker, kicking it off.
And away we go. It's a short kick. The Vela SaberCats will call for a fair catch and make that inside the 28-yard line. One more key to the second half that I think is going to be big, and that is if either team gets in a position where they think they can take care of the ball and keep the other team at bay, advantage Eagle Pass, because they have a running game that can say, let's just take some time off the clock. If they get a lead it could change the way this second half plays if they get the lead and the football. We'll see how that plays.
And Vela kind of goes the other way. They go from the pass to the run instead of the run to the pass. So I think that's going to be critical. So 1st and 10 for the SaberCats.
Nathan Garcia has him in a shotgun formation. He's going to hand it off. Running play right side has been Vela, and he goes nowhere. That's a loss on about 3 yards on a first down play.
And that one, as the defensive line comes up big, the number 56 in on the tackle, and number 94 putting in the pressure in the backfield as he goes back and loses 2 yards on that play to the 27-yard line.
Second down, call it 12 yards to go for the SaberCats. Welcome back to our broadcast here as we are set for the second half, 11:29 and counting. SaberCats with the ball and a lead. They want to throw. Looking to the right side, is caught, penalty flag on the play. That's going to be close to first down yardage, but that's back in the area of potentially a hold against the SaberCats. We'll sort it out.
Yeah, as the speed rush for the edges for Eagle Pass has been giving the SaberCats fits, and I think it's going to be against the Eagles.
Goes the other way. They threw it right in the mix where normally you would be having a holding call. It might have been a late hit.
So they're going to step off 15 big yards, and that is costly as they get into Eagle Pass territory on that one. So they had them back pinned deep at the 27. Now they're at the 47-yard line.
First down play for the SaberCats in Eagle territory. Running play, left tackle, and that's blown dead too. Another flag.
And another flag, a hanky, as I think they came back out after the still wanting to throw more flags. We had a total of 9 accepted penalties in the first half. So penalty brings them back to their own 48-yard line.
This one against the SaberCats. And now it's 1st and 15. Out of a shotgun, Garcia passes it over to the right side. It's caught by Justin Cantu. He's had a busy day. He gains 8 more on that catch.
And that was a quick out to the outside. Another catch by Cantu. So again, it's one of those quick outs that they're giving them some cushion. They're giving them the 5 to 10 yard cushion. And Garcia is being patient with that.
Nathan Garcia now 14 of 20 passing. He takes a snap, passes it this time left-hand side. Caught by Joseel Garcia. Dances forward, got a first down as he'll gain 10, and the chains will move again for the SaberCats.
As the ball to the 35-yard line, and they are in Eagle Pass territory again. It's going to be a 1st and 10 SaberCats, already up 14-10 with 10:40 left here in the third quarter.
Garcia has them set on the fast-paced offense, no huddle, and takes the snap. Looks to throw again. Pump fake. Now he goes for a deep route down left side. Tipped, incomplete. Nice defense back there in the secondary.
That was Ryan Chisholm. His dad actually played football and baseball. He was a quarterback in football and a pitcher. He actually got drafted by the Indians back in the 80s.
Incomplete pass brings up second down for the SaberCats of Edinburg. Vela, first possession here of the second half, 10:27 and counting in the third quarter of play. Running play, left-hand side, nothing there.
And that was Torres. He was actually engaged with the with number 82, the tight end, and he managed to get to the shoestring of the running back, number 45, Alvarez, to stop that play.
3rd and long now for Edinburg Vela.
So, it's a 3rd and 10.
Garcia out of a shotgun formation. Takes a high snap. Looks to throw. Fires it left-hand side. Caught by Cantu. Fights through a tackle and stretches forward for a first down, 12-yard gain.
Yeah, he gets across the 25 to the 24-yard line. So, gets the 11-yard play. 1st and 10 Vela with 9:47 left here in the third quarter.
Chains have moved a couple of times on this drive for the SaberCats. Fire a pass left side again to Cantu. Inside the 15. Stretches forward to the 13-yard line. He's the hot receiver. They've looked at him all day long.
And again, with Cantu, they're giving him that cushion, and he's going up hard on the DB. He's coming straight back on that comeback route and sitting as Garcia is finding him on those quick outs.
1st and 10 as the SaberCats have a new set of downs. 9:25 to go from the 14-yard line of the Eagles, and here come the penalties yet again.
A pre-snap penalty, and that kills the momentum. You're driving the ball, and then you get those silly 5-yard penalties as the Vela line moved. So backs them up. So this is the 4th time in the red zone for the 5th time, this game for the SaberCats.
Got a score to throw out. Cal Allen on top of Mercedes 20-6. That's a halftime score. Mercedes knew they were up against it, going up against that football team.
Yeah, Cal Allen, of course, last week or 2 weeks ago played against Corpus Christi Vet, and Valenzuela is hit in the backfield as he lost yardage there. The defensive line for the Eagles comes up big here on a 1st and 15.
Venezuela gone backwards on that one. 2nd down after the penalty. Took him back 5 yards. Then you lose yards on that carry. Now it's 2nd and 17. Make it 18 yards to go for the SaberCats of Edinburg Vela.
They need to get to inside the 4-yard line to get the 1st down. So they can get a 1st down and not have to score.
Garcia out of the shotgun, overloads the left side with receivers. Here comes a rush, spins away from a man, buys himself some time, looking downfield, still looking. Here comes more pressure. Got away from one man, got away from another, got back near the original line of scrimmage, gained yardage, but nothing big.
No, well, actually, he was looking downfield, looking into the end zone, couldn't find anybody, so that's where he tucked it in. But he was getting pressure from Moy Rocha and company there, so he was able to get back to the 15-yard line there.
3rd down and 13 yards, make it 11 yards to go for the SaberCats. They took the opening kickoff here in the 2nd half and have taken a considerable amount of time off the clock. Still 7:34 to go. Pass play, left corner, looking for Cantu. A lot of contact, incomplete pass. Good coverage back there defensively.
Well, there is a late flag coming from the back judge, but the line judge, was there right on the ball and not sure. He looked back. The DB looked back. The ball was over the head, so it was an uncatchable ball. But again, we'll see what the penalty is going to be. And it is pass interference on the defense. That happened in the end zone, so that's going to be half the distance to the goal and a 1st and goal.
Would have been a 3rd and long. Now you're setting up 1st and goal.
And you're setting up 1st and goal inside the 3-yard line. But again, the line judge was there.
He was there about 3 yards from that play. Running play up the middle, banging hard as Alvarez takes on a guy but gets stopped. Good stand that time on 1st down by the Eagles, who are up against it right now.
And that was a nice stop by number 94, and then number 23 comes in and finish it off as they stop Alvarez, the big 190, 5'8", 190 bruising back. Now they're bringing in Valenzuela, number 21. So the short yardage situation, 2nd and goal from the 2.
One receiver, left-hand side for the SaberCats running play. Garcia keeps it himself, dives in, touchdown, Edinburg Vela.
So Garcia goes in from 2 yards out to take a 20-10 lead with 6:48 left here in the 3rd quarter. Activity Center in Laredo, Texas, with the point after attempt here yet to come. They take a 20-10 lead with 6:48 here in the 3rd quarter. Opening drive for the SaberCats.
Took time off the clock and put points on the board, and the extra point is up and through. SaberCats kick off after this.
We'll be back with more. Listen to Friday Day Out. Joe Bowden, MakeSure.com, Celtics Sports Talk. 15 play drive.
I'm off, right?
Huh? Yeah, you
got me off. Okay.
13.
Fans, First Community Bank is your community bank with 9 Valley locations. Plus, while others have branches, they have roots. First Community Bank is proud to sponsor the broadcast. And congratulations to players, families, coaches, fans, and teachers that make athletic and academics success possible. Experience banking on a first-name basis. That's your First Community Bank. Just one of our many sponsors here for today's broadcast here on RioSportsLive.com. Other sponsors include the 449th District Judge Rene Rodriguez Bentoncourt, wishing the SaberCats players best of luck in today's game. Regardless of the outcome of this game, you're already winners with the efforts to get to this game, saying go SaberCats from the 449th District Judge Rene Rodriguez Bentoncourt. I can get one more in. How about Walmart in Los Fresnos? They have some great deals going this weekend. Only from now through Sunday, while supplies last, you can get this, a Sterilite file crate and or a Lifeform cooler, Texas State cooler, $3 a piece. Yeah, that's great deals going on at Walmart in Los Fresnos while supplies last, now through Sunday, only at Los Fresnos Walmart.
And we're back live on Mixer.com as we are having so much fun today. It was a 2 o'clock afternoon start for this area playoff from the Student Activity Center, Bill Johnson Student Activity Center in Laredo, Texas, as the ball gets kicked off by the SaberCats into the end zone, and the Eagles have it for first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First and 10 for the Eagles. Luna, shotgun formation.
On a first down play, wants to throw, looking. Now he's rushed. Now he's got some room. Runs left-hand side with a lot of room. 30, 35, 40. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line. He'll gain 18, and he had a ton of running room on that left side.
Yeah, and that was, again, the SaberCats took the inside route away, so he stepped up in the pocket and took it himself as he saw a lane open and took it to the far sideline to the 43-yard line for an Eagle first down.
First and 10 for the Eagles. Richie Luna out of a shotgun, empty backfield, man in motion left to right, fakes the handoff, runs it himself, stumbles, falls forward, gains a couple. That was a design run by Richie Luna.
Actually, the ball carrier there was Torres. It was Richie Luna, for some reason, stayed on the sideline in that after that run. So that rush was
Torres on a direct snap. Second down. We got a lot of stuff going on behind the curtain over here, trying to keep the simulcast going on with commercials in one end and another.
So Luna comes back, 5 receiver set.
5 receiver set with 6:04 to go in the third quarter. Looking to throw. Now he's looking to run. Tucks it under. Hit. Down he goes. Gain maybe a yard.
And he was looking downfield. Was well covered downfield. Couldn't find anybody. Tucked it in. Got to the 40. Actually, he's probably right outside the 45. So it's going to be a 3rd and 8 from the Eagle 45-yard line.
3rd and long. The SaberCats took the opening kickoff here in the second half and marched it downfield, took 5.5 minutes off the clock, and increased the lead to double digits. Eagles of Eagle Pass now trying to respond. Need to convert here on 3rd and 9. Got to get it to the SaberCat 47 to get a first down. Luna to throw. Here comes pressure up the middle. He's hit and down he goes.
And Luna could not find anybody on that one as the offensive line for the Eagles breaks down, and number 48, number 42 for Vela comes in and gets the sack that met at the quarterback. That was Ian Ochoa, and number 48, Sergio Carizales for the SaberCats.
This SaberCat team is a team that fuels off of success. In other words, once they get rolling, they can put up numbers in a hurry. Right now, they're going to get the ball back with an 11-point lead. A high end-over-end kick right in the middle of the field. Takes another Eagle Pass roll inside the Vela 45, right at the 45-yard line, 1st and 10.
Actually, it's a 36-yard line.
36, okay.
We're coming. And that punt for Riojas as it landed at the 50 and took an Eagle Pass roll. So they're going to have it with 4:30 left, 21-10, as the SaberCats take over here at their own 36-yard line, 1st and 10.
Clock stops with 4:30 remaining in the third quarter, and now the SaberCats will bring their offense on the field. Garcia, 17 of 24, unofficially 155. I've got him down. That may or may not be within a couple of yards of being right, but I'm okay with it. Yeah. Pass play, left-hand side, new receiver in the game, caught, pass completed, and out across for another first down for the SaberCats.
That was Harvey Solis for the SaberCats, and there's a Eagle down on the field. That was a nice play to the 47, an 11-yard gain, 1st and 10 for the SaberCats on that pass play from Garcia to Solis.
He's just the third receiver to catch a pass here in this ball game for the Edinburg Vela SaberCats.
Yeah, of course, the day has been nothing but Cantu. So I guess we can step away just a bit. We'll be back with more after this. You're listening to Freddie Dea, Joe Boding, MakeSure.com, South Sports Talk, Real Sports Live.
We'll also keep it right here on RioSportsLive.com so we can talk to you about one of our sponsors, the broadcast sponsored in part by Boswell Ella Ford, your dealer for F-Series trucks, 150, 250, and 350, and a full line of Ford Motor Company products. Come see us in nearby San Benito, Boswell Ella Ford. We too are family.
Back live on MakeSure.com, South Sports Talk, RealSportsLive.com, and the SaberCats with 420 after the injury.
I think that was a cramping situation, so he appears to be okay. Running play for the SaberCats out across the midfield stripe. Here comes a penalty from behind the play, carried by Aaron Alvarez. We'll see what the penalty's about.
So Alvarez, again, the two-headed monster for the SaberCats, Valenzuela and Alvarez. Staying busy, but it was a holding on the offense, so they're going to step it off from the point of infraction. They're going to actually step it off from the 49 back 10 yards.
And right now it's not panic time, Freddie, for Eagle Pass, but it is a time to get a stop. You don't want to go down another touchdown, and you, more importantly, this clock, the third quarter is about to go away. 4:09 left if you allow a sustained drive here.
Yeah, exactly. So he rolls out to his left. He's looking, and gets sacked as he couldn't find anybody. And that was Mario Torres, number 32, comes in and gets a sack on Nathan Garcia, the quarterback for Vela. So he loses more yards there to the 32-yard line.
Second down is from the 32 of Edinburg Vela. To get a first down, the SaberCats will have to get to the 43-yard line of the Eagle Pass. Eagles, 3:32 left here in the third quarter for the SaberCats. They'll line up with three receivers on the left-hand side from the right hash mark, a single receiver short side of the field on that right side. Garcia steps up in the pocket, gets rid of it in a hurry, was pressured, incomplete pass. Good pressure this time from all angles from the defense.
As Roger Oyua, number 50, comes in on a delayed blitz for the Eagles. And for the Eagles, as you were talking earlier, as far as the adjustments on defense, they are going to kind of start putting some more pressure on him with some design blitzes for Garcia, excuse me.
Here comes the blitz again, gets rid of it, and got a pass completed to a receiver, but that's well short of a first down. It was a screen play. It gains maybe 4. They needed 24.
And that was a quick drop off to number 45, and he gets nowhere as the ball is placed at about the 36-yard line. A 4-yard gain on a 4th and 25, now 4th and 21. So a big stop for the Eagles with 2:49 left here in the third quarter.
That was a momentum opportunity gone by the wayside for the Edinburg SaberCats, and now they'll punt it away, and the Eagles will get it, sending a man back inside the 35 to receive the punt. High snap, good spiraling kick, fair catch called for, and a diving catch made inside the 30-yard line. Eagles take over there.
And that was David Lopez, number 13, the sophomore receiver, kickoff returner. And he called a fair catch as the SaberCats were near him. So he called a fair catch, and that puts the Eagles in at their own 26-yard line.
Yeah, call it the 27 as they mark it out. He dove forward. He was trying to make that fair catch at the 26, but then dove forward. So depending on where he landed, it may be in the 28.
Yeah, the 28. So we were both kind of a yard short. We want to send a big shout out to the Eagle Pass Broncos Youth League. Luis Gaitan.
First down play for the Eagles out of a shotgun formation for Luna. Wants to throw on a play action over the middle. Got a man inside the 40, outside the 40. Punched out of there. Fumbled. Loose ball. Still loose. Not picked up yet. Still loose. Now the SaberCats pick it up. And they're going to return it. Down across the 40. The midfield stripe of the 45. That was exciting. but that ball was loose forever.
Yeah, and that was jarred loose by the SaberCats as Riojas managed to go up the middle, got the reception, and got poked away from the backside. And a couple of Eagles had a chance to get down on the ball, but they chose to try and see if they make a play and pick it up and run after getting that fumble.
In film sessions, that drives coaches nuts. When you have an opportunity just to get on a football, we got possession instead of making the big play. Yeah, they love it if you score a touchdown, but other than that, they would rather see you dive on that ball, cradle it, and then get the football back to your offense. Pass play for the SaberCats, left side to Cantu, caught it across the 30, down to the 27-yard line, and right here is a momentum opportunity again for the SaberCats of Edinburg Vela.
And that was a quick strike to number 2, and he gets up limping. Cantu gets up limping after that catch, so again, that momentum changer. We talked about the turnovers. We talked about it at halftime, and we were mentioning it. Whoever got the turnover, and Edinburg Vela got the first turnover of the game.
2 minutes left here in the third quarter. SaberCats with a first down. Call it the 27-yard line. Running play left-hand side to the short side of the field with a little blocking, and out of bounds after a gain is Valenzuela.
And Valenzuela, the other bruising back for Vela, does his job as he manages to get about 4 to 5 yards on that carry to the Eagle Pass 20. Looks like it's across the 25 to the 23-yard line.
5-yard gain makes it 2nd and 5, and that clock stops after he went out of bounds. But it's at 1:49 left here in the third quarter. And Edinburg Vela's offense has been on this field for most of this third quarter play. Now a pass play in the end zone, incomplete pass.
And that was intended for number 13, and that's Guzman, number 13, Brandon Guzman, the senior. And the defender on that was Christian Barca, number 14, as he broke it up at the last minute. So it brings a 3rd and 6 from the Eagle Pass 23-yard line.
Stops the clock, 1:43 remaining. I want to send a shout out to Hector Guzman, who assisted me greatly in getting some of my sponsors. Maybe my wife can send a text over to him and find out where he's at. He's got some checks I think I got to pick up, and that's a good thing.
That's a good thing. Well, he actually puts us together also.
Yes, he did. Third down play in the end zone again. Miscommunication. Quarterback threw it 25 yards. Receiver ran 15.
And that was intended again to, that was, I believe, the receiver down here on the near sideline was number 8, the intended receiver. And again, it was way over his head.
His Al Garcia was on another page. I told you they bring in new plays each week, and I think he was on last week's play on that one. 4th down play, and now we got a field goal opportunity. And it's a 40-yard attempt as they'll mark this down at the 30. Ball down, kick up long, high, angles in, no good.
No good. And I was talking to some of the coaches before the game that the crosswinds here at this stadium can wreak havoc on some field goals. So the missed field goal from 40 yards out for Vela as the Eagle Pass Eagles with 1:32 take over at their own 23-yard line.
And I would say that is a critical stand that time for Eagle Pass to stay in this ball game. You give up points there, and you've got a severe uphill battle to climb through in the fourth quarter. Now you still have some opportunities here, 1:32 to go in the third.
Yeah, as they squandered the opportunity after the turnover was Vela. So 2 receivers at the far side, 1 on the near side, shotgun formation.
For the Eagles, and their quarterback Richie Luna wants to throw. Rifles a pass. It's going to be picked off right at the 35-yard line. Overthrew his receiver. Actually just misread him and misled him. And 1 play turnover. Vela gets the ball right back.
Exactly. That was number 36 for Vela, who read the route, cut it in front. Daniel Enriquez, the junior safety, cut in front of that slant pattern and got the interception. And ill-advised on a 1st and 10 for the Eagles.
He just threw it about 5 yards in front of you. A lot of times you'll see a quarterback throw a ball for a receiver to run to, but in this case, you don't throw it with that much zip.
No.
Incompleted pass. Vela with the ball. Running play, left-hand side. Over to the 30-yard line, inside the 30, down to about the 26-yard line. That's a 9-yard carry on 1st down.
For Valenzuela, that's his That's another carry, and again, moves the clock. 1:10 left, and into the 26-yard line, 27-yard line, excuse me.
We're not keeping time of possession here, but this third quarter has been 80% all Vela offense on the field. Running play again at a little room inside the 20-yard line, down to the 15-yard line, and suddenly holes are opening up for the Vela SaberCat running game.
And yeah, that was a trap up the middle. He made a move as Sebastian Hernandez was able to get his ankles, and then finished off by the linebacker, number 25, David Kipros.
Football spotted at the 15-yard line, 1st and 10. 36 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass play. Looking is going to be complete to Cantu inside the 10. Runs through a tackle down to the 5. Still on his feet to the 3-yard line. Second, third, and fourth effort for Cantu. 1st and goal coming up, SaberCats.
That was a quick pass. He rolled out to the near side. He hit Cantu, and Cantu did the rest against the Eagle defense. So the ball placed at the 3-yard line, 1st and goal for the SaberCats, up 21-10 with 18 seconds left.
First down play coming up for Edinburg Vela. Will they take a snap? They don't have to. Play clock's at 15. They will take a snap. Running play, it's going to be Garcia. He is into the end zone. Touchdown, and that's a big play right there.
Yeah, from 3 yards out, Garcia takes it himself as he zone read, gave the ball inside, took it in himself from 3 yards out to take a 27-10 lead with 5 seconds left here in the third quarter.
2 scorers here in this third quarter, both belonging to the Edinburg Vela SaberCats, and they came about 6 minutes apart. But it just seemed like their offense was on the field the entire third quarter. Extra point is boomed through the uprights and good. Timeout on the field. SaberCats now roll into the fourth quarter with a big lead.
And yeah, with the big lead, we'll be back with more after this. You're listening to Freddie there, Joe Boating. Picture.com, realsportslive.com.
Who has the ultimate Ford shopping experience?
Hacienda has it.
Who has a 2-year maintenance program with every vehicle?
Hacienda has it.
Who has all the customer perks and conveniences?
Hacienda has it.
The Valley's best Ford selection, price, and service? Hacienda. Hacienda Ford. My Valley, my Ford.
Hector Alvarez and Iracheta Law, attorney at law. Don't wait, mediate.
Kickoff coming up for the Edinburg Vela SaberCats, and they now lead 28-10. That kick goes into the end zone, and so Eagle Pass will get it, but they got a lot of work to do now, down 18.
Yeah, 4-play drive, and Garcia scores again after that interception. So they missed the field goal after the turnover, but they got some points off the interception. So again, 28-10 is the score. Vela up here with 5 seconds left in the third quarter.
And what it does is it now starts taking out some of the options on what you want to run. Offensively, they were able to mix it up in the first half, they being Eagle Pass, and now you're down 18 points and 1 quarter left in your season. If you don't erase an 18-point deficit, you start changing some plays. We got a whistle before that.
So they start at the 30.
So there's a penalty against the SaberCats.
Yeah, 1st and 10 from the 30.
And there will be a shotgun formation for the Eagles. Should be the last play of the third quarter. Rolling out is Luna. Looking, fires a pass, in traffic, incomplete.
And they didn't call a flag there, as number 36 didn't even turn back for the ball. And the back judge has the offensive coordinator, and actually the coach is actually over here by the 50-yard line at the numbers. And I believe they did call a penalty on that one.
No, they changed the quarter. That's the end of the third.
Yeah, so no penalty on the play. But they were barking up the referees, even the back judge, as they were, wanting a flag there. So that was the last play of the third, now starting the fourth quarter.
And I think that what he was looking at, it wasn't necessarily he didn't turn back, because in high school football you don't have to. You can run right at the player. The contact occurred before the receiver had an opportunity to catch that pass. That's what he was after, and it wanted that call. Instead, it's second down, as we are already in the fourth quarter. The clock operator just now puts 12 minutes on the clock, and we're ready for the next snap. Luna takes it, drops back, has protection, runs up the middle, pocket collapses, incomplete pass off his man's hands. Norby Zavala.
The head judge actually threw a flag near the quarterback, so it looks like the indication is going to be personal foul on the defense.
And it is, and so it would have been third and long.
Now it makes it a first down, 1st and 10, as they're going to give him 10 yards on that. I think it was hands to the face on that play. Actually, it's a 15-yard penalty.
A 15-yarder, so that'll move the ball
to the 45.
Stops the clock. All the things you need to happen for the Eagle Pass Eagles. Stop the clock, move the chains. It just happened.
Exactly.
And now a first down play coming up for Luna. Single back in the backfield is Torres on this first down play. 3 receivers right side of the field. He wants to throw again. Quick hitter, left side. Caught by Mendoza. Rides a man further for about a 9-yard gain on that play.
And that one was a quick strike to Mendoza, number 80. Complete to the SaberCat 46-yard line. A 2nd and 1 after a 9-yard catch and run for Mendoza.
On this second down play, he wants to hand it off. Torres got a first down as he bangs it inside the 45. That's an easy handoff right there, because the clock will stop to move the chains and spot the ball.
Exactly. So he moves the chains, gets across the 40 to the 43-yard line. A 3-yard gain on that one. 1st and 10 Eagles, as they move from right to left on your screen or on your mobile app.
SaberCats led 14-10 at the halftime break, scored 2 times in the third quarter, and now lead. Eagles of Eagle Pass rolling out as Luna. Got away from the rush. Still looking. Fires a pass, and it's an incomplete. There's a penalty. Couple of penalties coming in behind that play.
So we'll check those penalties, as I believe they're talking to Coach Campbell down here on the near sideline, and I believe it was an illegal man downfield.
It had to be, because there was nothing but white jerseys in the vicinity where the officials were throwing the flag.
Exactly.
It wasn't a contact penalty. This was a man in the wrong spot wearing the wrong number.
Exactly. So they put it at the 43. I think it was loss of down. So it's a 3rd and 10. The ball at the 43. A loss of down after that penalty. So it's going to put him at the SaberCat 43 with 3rd and 10.
On third down, Luna scans the defense, sends a man in motion right to left. Rolls out to throw. Here comes the rush. Got it off. It's going to be caught. Running hard is Riojas. Ran through a tackler. Might have got a first down. Got out of bounds.
It's going to depend on that spot on the far sideline. That was a screenplay to Riojas, and Riojas needed to get to the 33-yard line to get a first down on that quick pass, on a screen pass, to Riojas from Luna. So it was complete. They are going to first down.
So they give him a spot, and I think he got it. There was no doubt about it from where I looked.
It was depending. It was going to be the left foot or the right foot that they spotted down.
He got it. First down. Clock did stop. 10:58 remaining in the ball game. On this first down play for the Eagles. Swing pass, left-hand side. Torres in the open flats is tackled.
And that was a nice open field tackle by number 25 for the SaberCats. And that was Justice Rivera, the junior outside linebacker for the SaberCats.
Loss of a yard, and the clock is running. 10:39 to go as the play comes in from the sideline for the Eagles of Eagle Pass. From the left hash mark, just inside the 35-yard line of the SaberCats. 3 receivers right, man in motion right, now goes back outside, and they'll roll that way. Here comes the blitz and a sack.
And that was a costly sack for the Eagles, as they were looking to roll out to the far side, and Luna could not roll much, as the defensive end, number 25, came in, and actually the outside linebacker, came in on the blitz and got in for the sack.
Blindside pressure, and he was rolling away from that and then expected to peel back. And when he did, there was blue jerseys right there to take him down. Clock running with 9:50 remaining. It's 3rd down and 16. SaberCat fans making a lot of noise right now, understanding what's at stake for their defense to get a stop here. Luna wants to throw, has time, has a man downfield, open but incomplete. That would have been 6.
That could have been 6 if the ball was in front. He threw it to the back shoulder of Guevara, and Guevara was wide open. Actually, him and Norby Zavala on that rub route, taking it down the sideline also. So he had 2 wide open guys and could not connect on that 3rd and 18 play.
That would have been 6 points. There's no doubt about it, my friends listening back there, wherever you're at. That was 6 points and a missed opportunity. Now the punting team comes in for Eagle Pass with 9:35 remaining here in this ball game. They're going to try to play field position.
Now, with down 18 points with 9:35 left, and they both teams have 3 timeouts left. So field position, as you said, Joe. So we'll see what happens here.
Punt is away. It's a high wobbly kick. It's going to take a bounce inside the 5, and in the end zone it goes.
So that is going to give the ball for the SaberCats down to the 20-yard line as they're going to have 1st and 10. And the SaberCat Nation here is up on their feet with 9:28. The Eagles fan base from Eagle Pass traveling 2 hours south to Laredo on the visiting side, as they are having the sun right baking them, and the SaberCat Nation here in the shade.
Yeah, and it's going to get cooler out there. You know it is. It's a beautiful day for football. And now the SaberCats understand where they stand. They now have control of the lead, and now the ball. Running play, and that's going to gain a couple of yards, but that clock's going to start running, and it's going to go away in a hurry.
Yeah, and that was 1st and 10 for the SaberCats, giving it to Alvarez all the way to the 24-yard line, a 4-yard gain for Alvarez. 2nd and 6 for the SaberCats.
But watch the play clock and just see how far they take it down in between snaps. Normally, they like the fast-paced, take the snap and go with it offense approach. But in this case, 13 seconds on the clock before they even get the play set. Man in motion out to the left-hand side, wide left, and the snap occurs at 6. Wanting to pass, wanting to go for a big one. Down the left-hand side, incomplete pass.
So an incomplete pass as the back judge was looking closely on that play as there was contact down the field on that play.
That's one of those. The back judge, the defender, and the receiver are all isolated. There's no one else around him.
Nobody around them.
And I think he looked at, he was closer to the Eagle Pass bench, and was like, if I throw a penalty here, that guy's going to come after me again. So he put it in his pocket.
Yeah, so the ball placed at the SaberCat 24, 3rd and 6 for the SaberCats.
Wanting to throw again as Garcia over the middle. Ball tipped and nearly intercepted, incomplete.
Almost intercepted, and that was the intended receiver was number 82, Nico Rodriguez, the tight end for the SaberCats. It was too high as Garcia threw it a bit high for him. It tipped it, and coming in from the safety position was Christian Barcena, almost getting that pick.
So much for taking time off the clock. Back-to-back incomplete passes stops the clock, and Edinburg Vela will punt. And their punter stands now inside his 11. So this decision to go for field position may be paying off here for the Eagle Pass Eagles. See where they get it after this punt. It's a low end-over-end kick, takes a roll across the midfield stripe, and rolls out at about the 44. 43. SaberCats willing it to get down a little further. That's not going to happen. 1st down coming up for the Eagles.
And with 8:25 down 18 points, they're going to have to find some quick offense here as the Eagles 8:25 left in their season. Area playoffs, Laredo, Texas, the Bill Johnson Student Activity Center, Joe Bowling, Freddie Dea, as Luna brings his offense out to the line.
They had a chance to score on one big pass play last possession. We'll see if they go back to that route. Luna looks to throw. Hit in the backfield, and down he goes.
And that one, he dropped back. He was looking downfield, couldn't find, tried to step up, and again, number 25 in on the tackle for the SaberCats as Justice Rivera, the outside linebacker, doing some work there. So a sack puts the ball back at the 39-yard line of Eagle Pass.
And the clock is running with 8 minutes left here in this game. Have you done you got your notes on who the winner plays?
Yeah, the winner plays the winner of Smith and Valley or Austin Westlake.
See who that comes out. That's probably being played tomorrow.
Either tomorrow or tonight. I gotta check the a pass to Mendoza in the near sideline. He catches it at the 45, maybe the 46-yard line.
And that brings up third down for the Eagle Pass Eagles. They'll spot the football down at their own 46.
Third and 7 for the Eagle Pass Eagles as the Vela SaberCat Nation up down here in the home side, as this is where the press box is. It's been fun. 7:09 left.
Luna out of the shotgun. Long count, takes it, rolls out to the right side. Has time this time, delivers a pass. He's got a man behind everyone, incomplete.
And he overthrew his intended receiver out to the outside, was Albert Guevara on the far sideline, but did not make the attempt. So the pass falls incomplete and brings out the punt team as the ball is at the 46-yard line of 4th and 7 for the Eagles.
So a quick 3 and out, but these exchanges are taking just precious time away from the Eagle Pass Eagles. What a season they've had! 9 wins,
9-2 overall. Co-district champions in the District 29 6A. They also were by-district champions.
Look at this. The punter punts it. It rolls down. It's batted back and downed at the 1-yard line by the Eagle Pass Eagles.
And that was a nice punt by Riojas as it took a nice bounce. And down there was number 28 for the Eagles. That's Raul Leckler downing it. Actually, no, that was number 29, excuse me. That was number 29 for the Eagles, Danny Perez, downing the ball down there as we have some players that were moved up. So nice punt down it at the SaberCat 2-yard line.
They mark that down at the 2. 1st and 10 for the SaberCats out of the end zone. Garcia, you got to be careful here if you're Edinburg Vela. Get a safety, suddenly you give a little life to a team. Out of the end zone, pass play, left sideline, and that's incomplete.
So, and again, the SaberCat Nation out here, a bit testy as far as that ball going incomplete as they were draped and Ryan Chisholm on the defense there.
2nd and 10 coming up. Stops the clock again. 6:42 remaining. SaberCats will line up in a shotgun formation again for Garcia. Takes it, hands it off, running play out across the
ball is on the ground.
Fumble down near the 1-yard line. Who got it?
If it's the Eagle Pass Eagles, they're going to bring to life. And no, Vela pops out with the ball. One of the Vela linemen pops out of that. And they down it at it looks like at the half-yard line.
Half-yard line. Boy, I was talking about getting momentum from a safety. You get a touchdown right there. It's just as good. But now, 3rd down coming up for Edinburg Vela.
And the ball at the half-yard line.
Out of a shotgun formation.
The score is 28-10 with 6:13 left.
Running play out across the 5 to the 7. Buys some room for the punter for the SaberCats, but they'll have to give the ball back to the Eagles.
And that was the number 45 Alvarez, who they've actually gone away from him running the ball, and they've gone more to the pass. I don't know if they wanted to exploit some the pass defense for the Eagles.
Eagles send a man back to return this punt. They'll be standing in SaberCat territory.
He's at the 45. That's David Lopez, number 13, a sophomore receiver, kick returner for the Eagles.
SaberCat punter stands inside his end zone. They'll send a man in motion to the right side, and they'll get the kick away. Low, end over end. It's going to take a SaberCat roll. Now it's returnable inside the 40-yard line, and that's about where the Eagles will start, right at the 40. 1st and 10.
So at the 40-yard line, 1st and 10, as that punt gets 32 yards to the 40-yard line. That's where they're gonna the Eagles are gonna have it at the Vela 40-yard line.
I want to give credit to both of these defenses. We thought we may have a lot of points scored here today.
But again, it's a playoff. And in playoffs, it's just like what happened last week with Hannah. You never knew. It's 34-32. So it happens.
Out of a shotgun formation. Pass play right side. Completed inside the 40, 35, trying to get out of bounds, and he will.
And that was to Riojas. And his name hasn't been called all that much in the second half. So it was complete to Riojas to the 34-yard line of Vela. 2nd and 4. As he got a 6-yard gain on that one.
2nd down, 4 coming, or 6 yards coming up. 5:13 remaining in this ball game. As Eagle pass has it out of a shotgun. Man in motion right to left. Luna fires a pass right side. It's caught by Guevara.
And
Guevara has the ball knocked loose, and it's a fumble recovery by the Edinburg Vela Sabercats.
Wow, as they go hurry up, and it is opened up to, again. We said turnovers in the second half was going to be the I guess the determining factor, and it happened. As that ball was complete to Guevara on the outside and got popped, jarred loose, and the ball is recovered at the 29-yard line for the Sabercats.
Sabercats take over. 5:06 remaining in this ball game. That's the 3rd turnover here in the second half.
That's the 3rd turnover, and all in the favor of Vela. 3 turnovers for the Eagle Pass Eagles, and all recovered by the Sabercats.
First down play. They'll run it this time off of left tackle, and just straightforward running by the Sabercats. About a 4-yard gain.
So that one was number 45, Alvarez. As Alvarez to the 34-yard line. A 2nd and 5. Don't forget, guys, we're going to be live on realsportslive.com and SouthTexasSports.com tonight, 7:30. Make sure you catch the pregame show at 7 o'clock, as we're going to be live. The Alexander Bulldogs are at home at the Student Activity Center here. They're going to be taking on Westlaco East.
There will be a ton of people here for that game. Westlaco will bring a big crowd.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, here a home game. There's a running play by the Sabercats. It goes for 6 yards. The helmet comes popping off one of the linemen. But
Smash mouth football as they are running out the clock here, and that carry by number 45, Alvarez takes it to the 41. Needed 5, got 7. 1st and 10 for the Sabercats. 4:11 left. 28-10. Eagles down here in the area playoff in Laredo, Texas.
Sabercats have scored the only points here in the second half. 2 third-quarter touchdowns as they gain control of this football game, causing a couple of turnovers in the 3rd quarter and just ball control, keeping the Eagle offense off the field. There's a running play for about 3 more.
And we also want to mention that Conrado Perez, our friend from Eagle Pass Sports Central, he said we need to keep the Sabercat offense off the field, and it hasn't happened in the second half.
Did not happen in the 3rd quarter, and it was sustained drives, which is something that wasn't expected. You thought if they're on the field, well, they got chances to make big plays. In this case, they just took lots of time off the clock and scored 2 touchdowns in that 3rd quarter.
Yeah, and we're going to take a timeout as there's a timeout on the field with 3:52 left. Eagle Pass calls their first timeout. We'll be back with more after this.
Keep it right here on realsportslive.com. And how about with over 40 years of driving education experience, look no further than Hernandez Driving School, operating in Farr and Hidalgo. Now accepting beginner and advanced drivers that would like to learn safe driving. Teen classes offered every month and adult classes taught in English and Spanish. Skip the long lines and driving tests at Hernandez Driving School, one of our sponsors. We're back here in a running play by the Sabercats. They took a timeout, but they didn't take a full length of that timeout. They're just stopping the clock and back to action.
So on that first play, number 21, Valenzuela, 2nd and actually 3rd and 7 for the Sabercats with 3:32 left. And the Eagles are going to have to find a way to get the ball back, but the Sabercats are probably going to keep it on the ground. As Coach Campbell, we talked to him early in the game, before the game, and his key to the game was to make sure to ball control and win the line of scrimmage, and that's what they're doing right now.
They're definitely pulling that off. Now 3rd down and 2. Out of the gun, they'll run it up the middle, and that won't get the first down.
That was a 3rd and 3 play, and they managed to stop the SaberCats at the 40. Actually, they lost a yard to the 48. Maybe, well, actually, no, they're going to place it at 49, so no gain on that 3rd down play. It was a 3rd and 2. So, again, at their own 49, 4th and 2. What do you do in this situation, Joe?
Well, you let the clock run all the way down. They'll probably let it run down and either call timeout or even take a penalty on this and then punt the ball away. Because if you let this clock run, you can get it down near the 2:20 mark. And they'll take a timeout, and then they're going to punt the ball away. So we'll take a timeout, too, and we'll be back after this.
Huh?
Here on RioSportsLive.com, we'll keep it here. Gilbert Enriquez, another Edinburg sponsor for today's game. Edinburg City Council Place 2 wants to take the time to say congratulations to the Edinburg Vela SaberCats on the outstanding season this year's on the football field. Dedication, hard work, and teamwork is taken into the playoffs. And here's wishing you the best in today's game. Gilbert Enriquez from Edinburg City Council Place number 2 says, "Go SaberCats."
Live, and we want to thank your wife for producing this show today.
Yeah, I was teaching her on production on the way up here from a log because we're trying to run off of a TV log, which is new territory. She's doing a great job over there.
Yeah, and she's taking control over there on that side, producing for both Celtic Sports Talk and RealSportsLive.com. So there's a timeout called here, another timeout, but now for the SaberCats, as that's their first charge timeout. So we're going to step aside with 2:29 left. We'll be back with more after this. You're listening to Freddie Dea, Joe Bowden, Mixer.com, RealSportsLive.com.
Fans, how about First and Goal Youth Sports? Come join us as we make this special night for so many wonderful, deserving children. Santa's going to be there to take pics. There'll be food, games, rides, entertainment will be by the Edinburgh's own Draft. We're also giving away a 2017 Nissan Sentra CVT Grand Prize. Thanks to Bert Ogden Nissan of Edinburgh for that. Bring in a small toy or an event. Raffle will start at 8:30 and will be hosted by Raymond Orta. Tickets are on $25 in the raffle and purchased by PayPal, check, or even Facebook. You don't even have to be present to win. Again, another sponsor, First and Goal Youth Sports. Back-to-back timeouts, and the SaberCats will finally punt the football. No, they won't. They'll fake it. Running play left side and a penalty flag on this one, so they'll get the first down, or will they? Penalty.
There's a penalty in that. I think it's in the area of a hold. Yep, it's a hold on the offense as they tried to sneak those 2 yards on that fake punt and got a penalty. So it's a spot foul. So the spot was at the 48. So they're gonna go back 10 yards from the 48.
That'll give the ball. Well, the SaberCats will retain possession, but they'll march it back, and then Eagle Pass will take it over. Looking forward on your broadcast once football season concludes. You roll into basketball season on your broadcast too.
Yeah, we roll into basketball. Actually, we've been trying to get to the gym on Tuesdays and Fridays, but we've been busy with other stuff, so we haven't been able to cover Eagle Pass athletics and of course the CC with Mavericks, the ladies and the boys, and of course the Eagle Pass Eagles, the boys and the girls. They're actually in town for the Border Olympics, and some of the Valley schools are also in town for the Border Olympics basketball tournament.
There's a punt by the SaberCats. It takes a nice roll for the SaberCats inside the 25 to about the 23-yard line. Same here. We're going back and forth with basketball, and I've also got a wrestling tournament that's coming up.
Really?
We're going to with the TV, with the video side of it, you can get away with that. I've done wrestling and radio play-by-play. It's not easy, but TV, I can kind of step back and let that tell its story.
Are you going back to the WCW or WWE?
No, this is high school wrestling.
Oh, okay.
High school wrestling. They've got moves. They score points. There's not a scripted winner.
Got it. Okay, so but that's a bit different to do high school wrestling.
It is
on the mat.
It is. Well, that's one of the things we elected to do. We want to make sure we cover all the sports. Running play for the Eagles up the right side.
And that was DeAndre Torres. With DeAndre Torres, with 2 minutes left here in the ball game, of course, he signed his letter of intent to extend his collegiate career into Alvin Junior College, as most of these athletes during the last couple of weeks have been signing their letters of intent to move on to their in their respective sports.
Luna wants to throw, but that's not going to happen. He's knocked down. The ball comes loose. They'll mark him down.
And that was on a 2nd and 5. Was looking downfield, couldn't find anybody, and the SaberCat defensive line does a number on Luna, and he gets dropped back at the 21-yard line.
Yeah, you start looking, when you're in playoff football, you start looking at rosters and circling seniors and saying, so long from the high school perspective, but you're encouraged of the fact that they're moving on and extending their football career and their education.
Exactly. So Luna actually steps off the field, and DeAndre Torres with a 5-receiver set.
Under a minute left here in this ball game as he stands in a shotgun formation, wants to throw. Given time, now they collapse the pocket, fakes a pass, running forward, thrown down at the 25.
So he gets a 4-yard gain on that one. And he's a two-sport star. So he plays baseball for the Eagle Pass Eagles. He's a 4-year letterman in baseball. He's a 4-year letterman in football. His whole thing was he couldn't get to the playoffs freshman, sophomore, and junior year. Now as a senior, made it to the playoffs. So
his goals circled. Goals were achieved this year by the Eagle Pass Eagles.
Yeah.
And that moves forward because your younger kids now believe that, hey, that's an achievable goal. We can get there.
Exactly. So he drops back. He throws deep. He's got a receiver and incomplete as the ball falls. Incomplete. The intended receiver was number 9, Riojas, on that 4th and 8th play with 9 seconds left. And ladies and gentlemen, with that one, that's the last play for the Eagles offense as DeAndre Torres walks off the field, and the SaberCat Nation will probably just kneel it with a 28-10. They're gonna see the region quarterfinals next week, and hoping that we can collaborate again.
We'll make our efforts, my friend. I was talking to Hector yesterday, who got us together.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was like, hey, you get ready because we're going to make some serious calls on Monday because I still want to achieve the goal of the video presentation of this, and I think that's realistic.
And I think we work together. We had a phone call conversation, and I've had a pleasure doing this with you, Joe. It's been nothing but greatness here. 28-10 as the clock goes down to zeros, and that's it, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna be back with the post-game show, and we'll be back after this with our final thoughts in the post-game show, brought to you by Sarita's Tortilla Factory and the law offices of Orlando Rodriguez. Learn more at www.rdz.law. We'll be back with more after this.
My name is Ben Smith, and I'm the General Manager at the Palmview location. The door and window department at Mott's Building Materials is one of the largest in the valley. Our experts can help you figure out what's best for you and your budget. We have many brands, and we have an in-house door shop. Need to replace a door quickly? With our large selection, you can find what you need and walk out with it today. Mott's Building Materials. Built on history, built on family, built on trust.
The University Interscholastic League would like to thank its corporate sponsors. Without the generous support of these sponsors, many UIL activities would not be possible. The UIL gives special thanks to the Army National Guard, Baden, Balfour, Baylor Scott and White, Dairy Max, Dairy Queen, Ford, Fox Sports Southwest, Gatorade, Hella's Construction, Max Preps, the NFHS Network, Nike, Register My Athlete, Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, and Tick-A-Tap Ticketing. These generous corporate sponsors support the UIL in all its activities, music, academics, and athletics. The UIL appreciates these sponsors and their participation in all that the UIL does in Texas extracurricular activities. On behalf of the UIL and its corporate sponsors, thank you for supporting UIL activities in your community, and thank you for listening to this state playoff contest. Enjoy the game.
Hard-working teammate is taking it into the playoffs. Here's wishing you the best in today's game. Gilbert Enriquez from Edinburg City Council. Let's go ahead and go to Walmart, where they were a sponsor as well. The Walmart in Los Fresnos has some great deals set for this weekend. They started today. They'll go through Sunday. While supplies last, you can get a Coleman Alpine sleeping bag for as little as $10. That's while supplies last, now through Sunday, only at the Los Fresnos Walmart. We got some other sponsors who will get in. How about First and Goal? We kept showing you that slate. First and Goal has got a lot of activity going on. Join us there. They're making it a special night for so many wonderful, deserving children. Santa's going to be there to take pictures. There'll be food, games, rides, entertainment, Edinburg's own draft. Also giving away a 2017 Nissan Sentra. Watch all the details right there, as they are one of our sponsors. Another sponsor for today's broadcast is sponsored in part by Boswell Ella Ford, your dealer for F-Series trucks 150, 250, and 350, and a full line of Ford Motor Company products. Come see us in nearby San Benito. Boswell Ella Ford. We, too, are family. Let's go ahead and go to another sponsor real quick before we come back with some statistics and more. We'll rejoin the simulcast. With over 40 years of driver's experience, education experience, look no further than Hernandez Driving School, operating in Pharr and Hidalgo, now accepting beginner and advanced drivers that would like to learn safe driving. Teen classes offered every month and adult classes taught in English and Spanish. Skip the long lines and take your driving test at Hernandez Driving School. For more information, contact a family member at 956-429-8376 or visit us online at hernandezdrivingschool.com.
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
Rody's Country Fried Chicken, old-fashioned country cooking since 1985. The law offices of Orlando Rodriguez. Learn more at www.rdz.law. Saritas Tortilla Factory, wishing the Eagle Pass Eagles a good luck in the playoff run. And also Siesta Tires Customs and Wheels, EPER Recycling, and the law offices of Francisco Martinez. Also want to send a big shout out to Valdez Tire Record Service, 522 North Pierce Street in Eagle Pass, Texas, as we have the post-game show, and the area playoff championship goes to Edinburg Vela, and we got Joe Bowling with us, www.RioSportsLive.com, as we're simulcasting today. Makesure.com, Celtic Sports Talk, and Real Sports Live, bringing you play-by-play, and a great game. Joe, 28-10, the final, as the Eagle Pass Eagles lose to the Sabercats of Edinburg Vela, and we want to thank you once again for allowing us to do this.
Well, it was great. I mean, I enjoyed it. I knew coming over here, I was excited the fact that, like I said, when one knows certain things about one team and the other, and it just is it makes it for a great broadcast.
It does, because again, we bring your own taste of both teams, and of course, being a broadcaster, knowing the fact that you're going to be with another broadcaster, it just the mix of things and the flow of a lot of stuff. But as we get the post game wrapped up here, the Vela SaberCats controlled the second half as they took the second half kickoff, 13 plays, and took about 6 minutes off as they drove it down the field. And Nathan Garcia, the two-time MVP in District 31 in 36A, got in from 2 yards out with 6:48 left in the third quarter, 21-10 after the PAT. And then after a couple of turnovers for Eagle Pass, Vela missed the field goal. Also, they got an INT. After that interception from Luna, the ill-advised interception, it only took 4 plays for the SaberCats to find the end zone as Garcia tacked on another touchdown from 3 yards out with 5 seconds left in that third quarter. So 2 scores in that third quarter for Vela, and they went up 18 points.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing there is your circle is that Vela controlled a third quarter against a football team that all season long has controlled third quarters by making adjustments at halftime, and then they are the team that comes out and gets the job done and moves on.
Exactly, and for the SaberCats, they move on to the region quarterfinals, and they are looking either at Austin Westlake or Smith and Valley Rangers. When we were here earlier, we saw the Rangers scouts as they were scouting the game for both teams. So we are gonna hopefully follow the Vela SaberCats next week. If they're in San Antonio, I'll be there.
And there's a good chance that I'll be there too. So, well, we know from the Rio Grande Valley perspective, there's one team that is moving on, but we've got, I think, realistic this year, there's 5 teams that are going to be playing in week 3. But yeah, the SaberCats are definitely, with the assistance of the sponsors that jumped on board in this short period of time, we're going to honor those right out of the gate and give them first crack at being one of the teams that we follow to move forward. So yeah, we'll be there. I got a guarantee.
Of course, tomorrow Los Fresnos is going up against Southwest, and we'll be there broadcasting that game tonight. It is Alexander Bulldogs from District 29 6A taking on another Valley team, and that trying to remember who it is, and I had my notes here. I'm sorry that I couldn't get that information quick, but I know Alexander is playing Westlaco East.
Yes,
that's right, Westlaco East. So Westlaco East has been to the second round in the past couple of years. They lost to Del Rio, the Del Rio Rams, a few years ago. Last year they beat them in that area round to move on to the quarterfinals. So for the Eagle Pass Eagles, great 9-2, well 9-3, but a great season by co-district champions of District 29 6A. By district champions after they beat the Mackay Bulldogs last week, and a heartbreak loss 28-10 here in the area playoff against a good well-coached Vela team. Congratulations to Coach Campbell and his coaching staff. Jaime Perez, another coach, he's the actual head coach for the baseball team. Jaime Perez, he's a great friend of ours. His son Jaime Perez, who's a freshman this year, and my son, who is a sophomore, Eric Heredia, actually played travel baseball together in the summer.
Oh, wow.
So, you know.
Well, they gained the experience of getting to the playoffs. Like I said, the younger players now in the program can look square in the face of the coach who tells them our goal next year is to not just get to the playoffs, be an outright district champion, and then make the playoffs and move another step further. And they can believe that because they were right here on this field. And at halftime, they were down 4 points, knowing, hey, we go out and do what we did and score an extra touchdown, we win. Yeah, they came up short this year, but it's a building block to a program that now next year already has the confidence that we can move forward.
Exactly. And from all of us here, the producer of our show, Dalia Bowling, and of course for Joe Bowling, myself, Freddie Delia. You're listening to South Texas Sports Talk on Mixer.com and RealSportsLive.com. Don't forget, 7 o'clock tonight, pregame show, as we give you the Alexander Westlake East game, both live on simulcast again on South Texas Sports Talk, Mixer.com, and Real Sports Live. Again, we're going to have a 7:30 kickoff. So from all of us here on a post-Thanksgiving, as we give thanks to everybody for logging on and tuning in to each of our sites, to all our sponsors, thank you once again for allowing us the opportunity to give you the athletes, which is the kids, the student athletes of this both communities. Thank you very much, and we are out.
So long for a while.